Morthos, yes, give us a little rundown of everything you've been doing while you've been, while we've haven't seen you.
Didn't he
Um,
plane shift away, right?
No, he didn't plane shift. He just flew away
Oh,
yep.
because he was
Um,
blocked by the arcane wall there, or the arcane dome.
After the dome came down, I decided it'd probably be a good idea to go with my own quest and head over to Neverwinter.
Okay.
Um, Having a large sum of money now, I can fulfill one of the goals and sort out to buy a warship of myself by myself. So if I did, woo.
I'll say yeah. You can get. You said how much was a warship? You looked it up. I remember. So
25,000.
yeah, you are able to easily purchase a warship.
Yeah.
So you do that.
After I bought that, I had my boat. So then I went back looking for future crew, and the only person I thought of at the time was Scarlett. So off looking for Scarlett now.
Okay. Um, so I'll say in this time frame you were able to easily travel to places, looking around, trying to find because you saw she flew away on a cloud giant castle, which is not exactly the most.
Conspicuous.
Yes, I was gonna say the most conspicuous means of travel. So you make your way to. You hear talk of a cloud giant castle actually heading back to the city of Longsaddle, where you had left due to the arcane dome.
Yep.
So that is where up. Nat 1 for Benzyme, I think is what I just saw.
Probably.
Probably.
Is that one that I'm giving to Benzyme, I'm guessing?
Probably. Probably Shalom being angry.
Alright, so it sounds like Benzyme, I have a natural 1 to impose on you, is what it sounds like
Yep.
to me. So. Got it. Thank you, Shalom. I'll write that down. So over this time you have traveled back to how long? Well, let's see. It can't be that, or it could be days, I guess, by the time you come back, because all this shit happened here relatively quickly. So, but we'll say for the sake of me not wanting to deal with crossed timelines, you were able to do that relatively quickly and make your way back to the city of Longsaddle on the back of your owl. And when you arrive there, you notice that the arcane bubble that was surrounding it is gone.
Awesome. That makes things easier.
Yes, and as you touch down in the street where you had originally left, you notice that the adamantine skeleton creature that was in the center of the town is missing its head, and the weird contraption it was wielding over its head is also gone.
Okay. Probably that bloody rogue again.
So you do still see the glowing orange light at the Ivy Mansion up on the hill there.
I'll head to that. It looks a bit suspicious.
Uh-oh. Got another donation.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh! Steve, normal human Steve donated a magic item. As you're traveling the astral plane, Steve, you hear off in the distance, Donny and Scarlett, my friends! As a wailing that calls all the way through to the astral plane. At which point, you find in your astral travels, covering your ears, Donny, as Scarlett continues to try to get you to do rounds of row your boat. You trip over an amulet.
Okay.
We'll say because
I float, trip over it.
you float into it, right? But this is the astral plane, so we'll say time works differently.
Sure.
And you're able to identify this. This is an amulet of the plains.
Okay. So I summon a 747.
Different kind of plane.
Oh.
But let's see. You can use an action.
I think he was trying to lingo his way out of you.
Yeah, you can use an action to name a location that you are familiar with on another plane of existence. Then you make a DC 15 intelligence check. On a successful check, you cast the plane shift spell. On a failure, you and each creature and object within 15 feet of you travel to a random destination. And then we roll.
Random destination?
Yes, and I will tell you there's a table for what you roll to see where you end up if you don't do it. So, would you like to do that?
I'm debating whether I kick off a Scarlett and cast it after I'm 15 feet away.
I almost wouldn't blame you.
But he is a good guy.
I'd recommend putting off a second.
So, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll do it. So intelligence check?
Yes,
Or save?
intelligence check.
Should be great, because I don't have anything in intelligence, so...
Can I give him my crit?
Wait, don't I have a crit?
Do
Oh,
you?
you have a
I
crit?
think I already have one.
Good.
Yeah, Light gave me 2, didn't she?
She gave you, I forget if it was crits or advantage.
I think she gave advantage.
I think it was advantage, yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm about to donate, so I'll give him a crit.
Okay. So, I'm waiting for the ding before I just give you this for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. While he's doing that, I am...
With my dump.
I'm just checking real quick settings to see if I can't find another way to tweak the lagginess of the stream.
Oh, that's fine.
Some of it I can do, but I definitely need to stop it. Like changing the downscale filter and probably the frames per second. Do you think it's worth doing that, or should we keep going at super laggy mode?
I don't see any.
Probably just
downstream.
like crack it down for 2 and fix it.
All right, we will be back in 2 seconds, folks. This recording's still going to continue, so we are going to stop the stream, which stopped in like no time. So we are still on. We're still being recorded, but.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So don't
Be
do
entertaining.
things.
Do stuff.
So, pick your nose. Somebody fart.
How's the actual plane?
I don't know what you're talking about.
2-person legitimate sailing crew.
All right, we are back
Yes.
up. Although it seems that the CPU usage is exactly the same as it was with everything lowered.
Well, your cam to me is steady now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Maybe task kill something and then reopen the pages.
it seems to work. Okay. It seems like every few often when I reset appear in, it fixes itself. So you have a natural 20
Oh, that makes sense.
there.
Probably-
Donny.
Yeah, it looks better on the stream too.
All right, so we'll just go with that then.
Maybe it's not throttling anymore.
Maybe that could be it.
And- I'm sorry, what am I doing now?
You have a natural 20 for your.
Okay, I did get it.
And then
And
you're gonna
Ted, you
do
get
stuff.
2 cups of coffee.
Oh, thank you for the coffee. Appreciate it. So.
Alright, then I
I
use my
don't know-
20.
I don't know how much in need of coffee you are, but that was my original plan at one point, was to give 2 cups of coffee and a $15 thing.
Okay, I appreciate it. You get this. You are able. What plane and location do you think of?
I would try to get back to the mansion, I assume.
Yep, you can appear basically right where you left. But I will tell you, if you know what, make me the intelligence check anyway. Let's see what you would have gotten.
Yeah, because you might be able to save the natural 20. for
Well, he
something like
already
computer.
said he used it, so he used that. But let's see what you would have gotten. Okay, I would have
15.
exactly made it. See, had you failed, you roll a percentile, and on a 1 to 60, you travel to a random location on the plane you named.
Yeah.
On a 61 to 100, you travel to a randomly determined plane of existence.
Donnie plays it safe, so I use my 20.
Yes, he does. So, that happened. You are now on back. You appear back in the mansion in the hallway that you left.
Can I wrestle that ring off of Scarlett's finger?
You can
You
absolutely.
don't need to. I take it off.
She takes the ring off and hands you the ring.
Okay, I'll just.
Did you put it
I'll
on the
take
other
both
hand and then
rings
just
off.
give yourself a handshake?
Yes, no, I'm not doing that.
Pull yourself through.
How would I do that though? Like how?
you
How do I
wouldn't.
pull if there's two portals?
So, at this point, we'll say you guys reappear, and Morthos, you have made your way up the kind of the path there towards the entrance to the Ivy Mansion.
Awesome. I'm just gonna start yelling out to Scarlett. See if she's here.
In the Ivy, like out front or like in the house.
No, outside.
All right, Scarlett, make me a perception check.
It's a creepy house.
Yeah. You hear your name being shouted from outside.
Did I recognize the voice?
I guess. Yeah.
Hello?
There's a distinct accent. And you also hear, from very far away, a very muffled shouting sound. Pip, from somewhere off in the distance back the way you came.
I run towards the accent that I remember.
And Donny, you are left as Scarlett takes off from you.
I will probably make note of where she goes, but I'll look for Steve.
Okay, are you continuing further into the house?
I'll just look around like the immediate area to see if Steve.
You do
there's
not
evidence
see
of Steve.
Steve immediately.
And there's always safety in numbers, so I'll follow Scarlett.
All right. So you follow Scarlett.
That wasn't the case a bit ago.
I would have gone with Steve if I could have found Steve, but
Hang on, guys. I have to. Let's see if I can.
He doesn't believe that hugs are safe anymore. Or not.
Is anything safe? Really?
That is a good question.
Is it safe?
yes.
All right, folks.
Is it safe?
Question: what should the new goal above 2,000 be?
Oh shit! What?
Yeah, I gotta update it. We're at $2,010. What should the next goal
Let's
be?
do
All right,
$2,222.
2222.
Yeah.
All right, we can make that the case.
I'd also like to point
So
out
we
that
need
we're
so we need to
only
call more of them.
How far are we?
$810 behind third place.
All right, we are in fourth place.
place,
On
sorry.
fourth behind in fourth place.
Yeah,
Also,
we're still
as
fifth.
as of right now, I am 264th place over all of Extra Life.
That's not bad either. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what.
Feels good, man. How many places are there?
A lot.
Everybody
Thousands.
that's ever signed up for Extra Life is on that list.
Yeah.
So
I'm on there, and I didn't even do anything with it.
let
I'm
me,
like place 8,000 something.
Can there be negative places? Because that's where I'm at.
Feels good, man.
Yeah, no, we're doing great. I'm really like, guys, this is amazing. The support that we have right now.
For the kitties.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
real.
isn't this a continuation of the one earlier this year, right?
This is a continuation of the one from. Oh, you mean the overall goal amount, or?
Yeah, the goal amount right now is continuing off the one from earlier in the year, right?
Yeah, the one from where we started Tomb of Annihilation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's why it's so high, because we raised 1,000 last
Yeah, I
time.
know.
So
Yeah, didn't I push that over or something?
a couple of you guys did. So there's a bunch of donations to get us up there. So the goal is now updated with a goal of 2222.
Wonderful.
So Steamfunk says in the chat, I'm 35,000. So I guess there's
Yeah.
quite a few. All right. So, putting us back on the spot, I just wanted to make sure we were updated because, guys, this is crazy. Also, like, I am blown away at the amount of support we've been able to generate. This is crazy. And even the folks on I almost did a team, because you can make your own team right?
Mm-hmm.
That like your own like sub team that everybody that joins accounts towards it. But then it just goes to Wizards of the Coast in general. It doesn't go to D&D. And I wanted to have ours just go straight to the Dungeons and Dragons thing rather than to like all of Wizards of the Coast. Because I love Magic, but I don't love Magic, you know. So had we made a singular team, we'd be probably well over $3,000, I think, at this point between everybody's individual donations.
Probably.
To each other's, because I know Chelsea, who's going to be coming in next session, she had raised over $500 herself for part of this stream. So
Nice. I think mine's like something.
The totally pimped out geared princess.
yes.
Oh dang! I wanted to play with that. That was gonna be fun.
Well, you can definitely see what happens. So
Yeah, because that's gonna be what 6 a.m.
that's post this session, which is technically
Yeah, and this is till 4.
yeah, well, yeah, but 3 technically, but yeah, you get the point. So anyway, jumping in, Donny, you're chasing after Scarlett, who's running out towards a familiar voice. Pip, you hear this from like 2 hallways over. You hear just a muffled voice, and you hear the sounds of footsteps running away from you.
I guess I'll leave the library and hope no more bookshelves explode.
You leave with that hope, and seemingly that hope is granted as you leave and no more bookshelves explode. I will remind you that in that room...
I'll be perfectly okay.
Yes. As far as what you've seen, just as a reminder, you saw the upstairs where you only explored very little, and then there was the open door at the opposite end of the library. As you run out, Scarlett, you burst out the front of the house where the doors are already like knocked open from when Steve knocked them inward. And you come out to see, I guess, towards like the bottom of the path out front of the house is a tiefling and a giant owl.
Morthos? Is that you? Beer pong buddy?
Yeah.
Oh my god, thank god. You would not believe the fucking time I've had, honestly. Like, I got dropped off from a party, and then this deck of cards came out like they did before, but like, shit stuff happened, man. And then there was a demon, and my hair got burnt off, and then it grew back, but it felt fucking nasty. And there was like this guy, Steve, he's not really even a guy. I don't fucking know. But then we went in this room, and then I was in the astral plane for I don't even know how long. And it's just good to see you.
Wow, not a single mention of Donny. I see how it is.
He wouldn't sing row, row, row your boat.
Oh, and then at this point, right as the end of that description happened, Donny, you come out of the house as well.
Alright. I just say, what's going on? Safety in numbers.
Oh, that's Donny. We were in the astral plane together.
Hi, she put me in the
Probably
astral
my
plane.
fault.
Probably deserved it. I trust this girl over anyone else at the moment.
Well,
Great,
thank
I
you,
hand
but
you two
it
the
was
rings.
totally my fucking fault.
So you want to spend a real long time with her, or put this on?
Well,
I'll have a look at the ring then.
Which one do you hand him? You hand them both, or
I give him the orange ring.
you have an orange ring?
Do anything?
don't pull on the hand that comes through.
There's some sort of portal rings. If you are a jackass, it puts you in the astral plane.
I've never claimed to not be.
He puts it on.
Okay,
It's going to work well.
and who has the other ring?
I don't know. I tried to give it to Scarlett if she takes it.
I don't want that fucking thing. That's for smarter people than me.
I give it to him and I tell him, here, take both.
You have the both. Now you also receive a blue ring.
Not safe. I don't want them. I say that aloud, by the way.
Dude, well, I hear that as I'm going towards the noises I heard.
You are at this point. You are in the classroom that was on the main floor as you're working your way through, because they were significantly ahead of you because you were at the back of the library. So you are basically you've got like one. There's the classroom. There's a room in front, like the main entry room, and then the outside. So you're almost there.
Yeah. I flicked the yellow ring over Scarlett. You actually might want to keep this. Wear it. I'm pretty sure if we do this right, I could do touch healing from a distance now.
Whoa!
So she puts on the
I
ring,
put it on.
and you feel the connection between you two. The rings that you have on, right, whatever hand you have them on, you feel like above it, there is like an extra dimensional connection between the two. If you wish to test it, Morthos, you can.
I will test it actually.
Alright, so basically, if I can time this right, let's see. So you open up your hand with the ring, and you put your hand through, and it goes out of frame, and it would come into Katie's frame, like, from the side, right? If you can imagine how that would work.
Yeah.
So, like, then there's a disembodied hand that will appear from Katie's side. And it is in front of her. You see the hand appear.
That's the wrong side for the
Yeah.
stream.
That's okay. You get the point, though.
Shalom's still yelling, put your dick in it.
I ET phone.
So yes, your hand is there, and she takes her other hand and pokes yours. The hand without the ring.
Put the ring on your dick, and then you have to reach your hand in your pants to go through the portal.
Did that mean you could pee anywhere?
Peeing in Scarlett's face.
Oh my god! Now they are officially the golden shower rings. But yes, essentially, you could pee anywhere if you use it correctly.
Yep. Kill.
Wouldn't the portal be above the penis? So you
Yes,
have to, like,
so you have
lay
to
down
basically
and
put
pee
it
up
on
and
your
arc it in?
hand and like get under like.
Or guys, you could just pee through your hand to the other side.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, keep it on your hand and then just put your hand below your dick and then just pee through it. So only the pee stream comes out the other side.
It's a great party trick.
Well,
Relevant.
now we know when that becomes relevant.
Yes. Scarlett also can now imagine, potentially with proper use, this could be some of the greatest beer pong tools ever.
Oh my god.
Throw the
You
ball
like trick
through.
shots?
Yeah.
Well, that's noted for later.
Anyway, but Morthos, to your point, this would theoretically work to the wearer of the ring for, like, touch-based spells. Like, if you... depending on the orientation of their hand, like, if they put their hand through, you come through, and you, like, touch, then, yeah, you could cast a healing spell that way.
You can also punch people through it.
Yes, we've also established that.
Which apparently gives you natural crits when you do it.
Twice.
So, attacking...
Yeah, so essentially you could potentially do attacks, you could cast buff spells or things of that nature, depending on how it works. But yeah.
So, Scarlett, you know you've got the approval, but this guy, Steve, Steve?
Donny.
What's your name? Donny.
No, Donny.
Donny. I have to keep an eye on you. We'll see.
At this point, out from the
Keep an eye
front
on
door, you see Pip come running out the front door.
That's the guy who called
You're
that
back?
fucking demon. The one who lit my hair on fire.
I did nothing of the sort. It was clearly magic bullshit that deck.
Yes, We'll see. I definitely know you're not invited.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
I mean, you do
Savage.
recall that he did hook you up with the guy in Neverwinter to buy the boat.
I can't stand thieves.
Okay, fair. Says the pirate.
I'm not a pirate. What are you talking about?
Not now, no.
Not a thief.
You bought
I
a
am in fact
warship.
not a thief. I am a assassin.
That's true.
You don't know. You don't know anything.
That's true. You're right. I don't know that. Well, I know that, but they don't know that. Anyway, you guys are all converging, in the street outside of the Ivy Mansion.
Shall we go back in?
I want to walk over
I
to the
did find
tiefling.
some lava pits under the city and some pillars to cross.
Yes.
But I think there's also lava inside this under the mansion too. So might be a secret tunnel.
I take out two little like rubber balls and just stick them on the ends of the tiefling's horns.
Can't have sharp horns. Boop, boop.
Okay, now you're safe. And I pat him on the shoulder. Walk away.
Immediately takes them off.
Oh, okay. You witnessed this, Donny.
Safety in numbers.
Except when they have horns.
Well, I've also got very sharp teeth.
I put balls on those too.
What kind of balls?
Testicles.
Oh, man.
Get teabagged.
Now you wish you had the other ring.
Yeah, but it'd still be in his hand.
Unless he's looking, unless he's like checking out the ring up close to his face. What's up with this ring? Bam!
Oh my god, we're not gonna get anywhere.
Not surprised.
Poor Mrs. Pell. I
Um,
don't know what's
question.
happening.
what time of day is it?
It's nighttime.
Oh shit.
Which
Yeah,
is
okay,
the
so-
least safe time.
Oh my god. Okay,
It's casual nighttime.
so should we go back towards the orange light?
I'm only here to make sure he's what he does.
What?
Okay.
Use what do you
What?
What?
All I know is that I was enlisted to help solve a gourd problem. That's all I know.
Morthos, you know of this too, because you were also enlisted for this.
Yeah. Well, that crazy dude's not here, so
Are you wearing 3D glasses, by the way?
yes, I am.
Where's your other
They're
pair?
not even sunglasses, they're
Which
3D
ones?
glasses.
Well, those are
You
for
have
my...
3 now.
Yeah, these are my casual night ones.
No.
And then if I actually need to actually investigate anything,
Oh, I didn't see them under your beard.
yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
So,
Well, I'm gonna go back towards the orange light because that seems to be something that has purpose.
okay. You make your way back inside the house. Thank you, Shalom, for the follow. You make your way down, back to where you were, into the room where you had gone. Where you had disappeared to the astral plane. You also see, do you continue searching the rooms, or do you keep going past? The orange glow was past you. You also don't see Steve anywhere.
I don't care about Steve.
Okay. Oh,
I'm gonna-
man. Get that Jake dance.
I definitely should have left you on the astral.
I'm gonna just go towards the orange light because I'm ready to be done with this place.
Okay. So you continue past the rooms, the bedrooms, and everything. You continue into past the end of that one hallway into the what's it called? Into what is a library.
Basement?
Nope, she's in the library. And in the library, you see the orange glow of a fireplace that is lit. You see stacks of books, but you also see an exploded armchair, an exploded bookshelf, and you.
That was Steve.
Yeah. So Pip, as he's following you, tells you that was Steve.
Oh, I thought I just missed a party.
And you do see the wet water triangle on the ground.
There was a great party.
Wait, there's wet water triangles?
There is a 60-foot cone-shaped, like conical, triangle on the ground, where the ground is soaking wet, and there's about an inch of standing water.
Okay. It's wet over here. Everybody put on your boots.
If there's enough room, I'm just gonna fly above it.
Oh yeah, this library is massive. On the opposite side of that like water than the library there is an open doorway with stairs that go downward.
I'm just gonna go.
And you see there's some books thrown on the floor, and then the exploded bookcase, the exploded armchair, and then obviously this set of stacks, and then up above there is another set of stacks on the second level.
I'm gonna go towards wherever Morthos goes.
I was only able to check out the first room before Steve up at the party.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because that's all you can steal past.
Oh man!
What?
Do we not like him?
What?
What's going on?
When he was buying him all the poison, he loved him, but we're hooking him up with the poison guy.
Excuse me, sir. I have not stolen a thing.
Yes, I know, because you were caught.
I
Just
did
before,
nothing
anyway.
of the sort. I was clearly looking at the objects in his shop, as any curious buyer would.
Okay, that's your story. You said you've been this way?
Yeah, up the stairs, the first room, I saw a scorched dummy, and that's about it. I wasn't able to look at it further before things started blowing up.
And again, here in the library, there is, when you first come in the room, like basically first enter into the library, it opens expansive to basically the left side to the library proper. There is a staircase in like the back corner by the exit that goes up to the rooms above, but also in the room you're in the library, there is an open door with stairs going down at the opposite end of the fireplace.
Okay, Donny, let's see what you can do. Where are we going?
What does that mean?
You're being tested.
Who are you? Why are you testing me? Who are you to test me, for starters?
He's just watching.
Scarlett picks up a book.
I imagine that Donny has in his backpack wet floor signs that he can just put out in front of in front of all the water on the ground.
Does the triangle of water appear to be like originating from any place?
Seemingly, you can make me an Arcana check if you wish.
It looks like water.
It looks like water. It is wet. This water.
How about somebody who knows magic?
Let's see that too. Yeah, you know that this water, in the shape that it's in, and about the conical 60-foot, this seems like the melted ice remnants of a cone of cold spell.
Sense.
And it looks like it went
Like kind of froze the floor, and
Yeah, or
can I
froze.
actually tell which point was the origin point?
Yeah,
though?
yeah, because of the shape of it, because it's out like
Yeah.
this and then down to a point. You know, where like because it's basically almost. There was so much here that
like cylinder at one end, kind of almost.
Yeah, because because of the way it would work, right? It would start out here and it's 5, 10, 15, 20, you know what I mean? So it goes out. So you can see where it kind of comes to a point. It's not exactly perfect because the water has moved in this time.
No.
But you can basically tell that it's shorter at this end, so it seems like it blasted out towards that door going down at the opposite end of the room. And as you move through, you can see sort of emanating from one of the sides is basically what looks like one went straight on towards the door, and then there's one that went sideways towards the stacks, and that one set of stacks is wet, as if the ice has since melted.
Actually hit it.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I tell what actually caused the cold cone? Like, was it like a trap or?
It doesn't, based on the location, you don't see anything that would indicate it as a trap.
So it was probably a humanoid or something.
Something
cast
probably
it
with the ability to cast it.
Okay.
Let's see. You would be able... Actually, you would see kind of walking away, there are footprints that sort
Like
of...
Wet footprints.
Wet footprints leading back down the stairs.
Okay. Well then, I'll tell the group that it looks like whatever did this is down there.
There are several... It's hard to discern because of the doorway would pretty much make people walk single file. So, they
Down
could
the
be
stairs.
walking single file to hide their numbers, potentially.
Oh, fair enough.
Nightlight, by the way, thank you for coming out and hanging out with everybody.
Nightlight.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna feed my dog real fast.
Yeah, do your thing.
Nightlight.
I know, it never gets
Now-
old.
Where?
Mhm.
Just in my imagination that maybe some restricted books might be hidden away somewhere, possibly in the basement area.
Are
Would
you
would that
looking
be a
going
thing for
down?
this one?
Are you attempting to go down into the basement, or are you gonna like give a perusal of the stacks?
No, I'll go down.
Okay.
Me too.
So what is the order of people descending?
I can go first.
Safer if
Good
Donny
job.
goes first.
Is it?
It's safer? Okay, Donnie, you can go first.
All right. So old Donny Three
Uh,
Shields goes down first, or no?
Scarlett, can you actually see in the dark?
No!
Yeah.
None of us can.
Oh, Scarlett, you. Oh, wait. Who wants to see more?
I can't cast light either, so I'll be like, I could hold a torch or my lantern, I suppose.
I got a tinder box. I'll.
Donnie, you take the glasses. They'll help.
So you're giving him goggles of night.
Yep.
So you have now when you put these on, there's no attunement required. You now have 60 feet of gray dark vision.
Okay, I definitely clean them off first.
Sure.
He takes out a wet nap.
Which he has a seemingly unlimited supply of in his wet nap bag of holding. Which is only big enough to hold wet naps.
Wet naps.
Actually, I forget. Are the ones that light got off the merchant, were they also add dark vision, or was it?
They would
purely
give
add
you
colour?
no. They would give you dark vision to 15 feet. If you didn't have it, if you already have dark vision, it makes it 15 feet of color.
Well, I think that's proper. Everyone can have dark vision, and I'll hand those goggles to
So
Scarlett then.
all right, Scarlett, you don
Nice.
these. They're more like glasses, right? With like they have the kaleidoscope kind of things, and you now have 15 feet of colored dark vision.
I do offer to
Thank
clean
you.
them before you put them on, though.
I'm good.
I need those
I-
back.
I hand you a wet nap anyway.
I put it in my
They're actually
pocket.
quite expensive.
I'll give them
Wet
back.
naps? No, they're pretty cheap.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, as a survival of the astral plane and being a good sport about being transported out of your body and otherwise, I will give you a trinket that is a wet nap bag of holding.
Yes.
You can just have that. Unlimited wet naps.
Perfect.
Oh, Shalom, go for
now
it.
they're
Post a
really
link.
expensive.
Go for it. Oh. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Oh yes, I will give these back.
Um.
I don't want to take anything. All right, let's go.
All right.
I think we can just assume Pip is trailing behind us.
Yeah, that's fine.
I am, in fact.
Oh, you're back.
Y'all,
Alright,
and
so...
we'll find out if anything looks trappy.
Okay, you
I
guys...
got that pretty big passive perception. I think I'll notice some traps.
Right, you continue down the staircase. They descend about 60 feet down into the darkness, which now is
Oh, we're going
illuminated.
down.
Yes.
No?
They're going down the door at the opposite end of the library. You continue down this door, this hallway rather, and at the base of this hallway, you come into this room. It opens up into a wider room, and as stated earlier, it can only be described as a mad scientist Frankenstein-style workshop that is just smashed to shit. There is Tesla coil arcs and electrical things. There are smashed bottles, a broken table, and there's a bookshelf on the wall. And the bookshelf door, like it seems there are books on it, and there's a door that is a secret door that opens and continues down to another room, and then there is another staircase that continues down.
What? Go down? Everybody, go down. Keep going.
I mean, is there anything of note in here? Like,
Everything
Yeah, I
in
wanna
here
check-
is pretty
check the
destroyed, but you have the hallway through the seemingly secret door bookshelf that's open that leads to behind it is a doorway that goes further on the level you're at.
I'm assuming there's a lot of broken glass.
On the floor there is, yes.
But
Take a couple minutes to sweep it up.
Got it.
Whatever I can. My shoe, my foot.
Yeah, you're able to
Knock
sweep
it
it
out the
up.
way.
do the Tesla coils look like they're still conducting electricity? Like
No.
still arcing electricity about?
They have been absolutely, utterly destroyed beyond repair.
Does it look recently destroyed?
I guess make me a survival check?
Nope.
I will attempt
Hard-
to do the same.
Alright, go for it. We'll see.
Oh, jeez.
Survive. I have
Yeah.
a 1 in survival. I can do this.
Yeah, you guys are like, this was destroyed at some point. And Morthos, you feel like maybe it was destroyed a little. You two, you and Scarlett think like maybe it was seemingly more recent.
Okay.
As you know what, and as they're looking around, you guys are looking more at the destruction of the physical stuff. Scarlett and Morthos, you can see that it looks like some of the things potentially in the liquid jars. The liquid hasn't fully dried on the floor. Fully dried. You see that there is some, like, there's some stuff where stuff is pitted, as if acid melted. You see 2 squished pairs of eyeballs that were seemingly squished underfoot, and a handful of other broken glass jars, corks everywhere. Smashed. The table is smashed. All the coils, the electrical things are smashed. It's just destroyed. But the only thing that seems to be relatively intact is the bookshelf that has swung open to lead to a hallway down the hall.
Alright.
And then there's another
Onward.
staircase going downward. So which way did you want
I
to go?
guess
Down
I'll
the
lead the
hallway
way.
or down the stairs?
I say stairs.
Yeah, I'll lead the way down the stairs, I guess. In
Okay.
case I trigger any traps.
Okay, you continue your way down the stairs, at which point you come out into a much larger room that is 50 feet wide by 100 feet across, and there's a rope bridge going down the middle. And there
God
is
damn it.
disgusting green refuse-filled liquid underneath this bridge.
There's a bridge this time?
This room has a bridge, and it is not lava or anything. It is green, nasty water, and it smells of decay and excrement. It is 10 feet down. The drop from where you're at is 10 feet down to this water level.
I have rope.
Okay. Are you going to lower yourself down to get some poop water?
I'm going to try to, I guess, lower the bottle down with some rope, and if that fails, then just fuck it.
No, you can lower it down, and now the end of your rope also smells like shit. But you have basically a bottle of sewage.
Seems legit.
And then you have a sewage.
Yeah, I was just doing it in case it happened to be. I was doing it in case it happened to be like acid.
No, it is like poop water. On taco night, it's not good stuff.
The bathroom at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just fly across the bridge.
I'm gonna dump it out on my ask Donny if he has anything to clean this with. That was a bad idea.
Hey, hand you a wet nap from my infinite wet nap container.
Hand him like 20, dude. Like,
I will. Yeah, I will start cleaning and washing my thing, if you will.
Okay, you are able to clean this. Also, Morthos, you're able to fly across over the bridge. You also notice that floating in the excrement are 3 large yellowish masses that have floated to the top here. Some sort
I'm
of
gonna
creature.
go across the bridge.
Can I identify what they are?
I don't know. How familiar are you with poop monsters?
Do they look like the poop monster from Dogma?
No. You can make me a nature check, I guess. You can only see basically a chunk of yellow skin. Basically. This, you don't know what these are.
That's fine. I'm gonna keep going.
Alright, you guys
Tired
continue.
of this shit.
You guys continue past this room. You also notice that the one wall on the on the right side across from the bridge is seemingly spattered in a circular, ascending cylindrical pattern with this refuse water.
Keep going. I want to get out of here.
Ha! Sorry, that's a laugh.
Rip.
So, anyway.
She accidentally perjured.
I accidentally did. I went to try to click something and the chat clicked up as I was clicking it, and then it just hit purge.
Yeah,
Sorry, Shalom.
it's fine. I've accidentally banned people like that.
Yeah.
I purposely ban people like that.
I've done that before. I'm gonna keep going because this looks familiar to the lava room, the same construction, but it was lava, not shit.
Okay.
So maybe we'll find lava. If we keep
I hope
going.
we don't find lava.
I'm not sure.
It's not that
It
bad.
would suck, but then we know that there's nothing else beyond this.
And?
No, that was it.
Oh, okay.
Alright, let's go.
And I guess I'll dash ahead.
I'm trying to remember what my own chat commands are to add quotes. Is it add quote, Katie, or quote add?
It's quote ad.
Is it a Nightbot variant?
It's an Ankbot. Let's see, is it quote
Probably
space
quote
add?
ad then.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. It's just I didn't put a space. There we go. So you guys continue out of this room, and you are greeted by a room that is 50 feet wide, 100 feet long, filled with lava. It is a 20-foot drop down into a lava-filled room with several pillars, the constant smell of cooking butter as you look at the perfectly uncracked stone walls on either side of this pit, also coated with the permanent butter enchantment. And there are 20-foot long shafts of stone with about a 1-foot diameter top coated in butter, crisscrossing all across about 15 feet apart.
There's nothing this way, guys. This is where I got stuck on the other side. I had to work my way all the way up to the mansion from outside. So I guess we need to go back up.
What is the point of this place?
It's, well, on the other side, it left outside of like a storage shed that was completely destroyed. So I think it's like an escape tunnel. But because there's like a lot of traps on the other side, so I'm not sure what to say besides we just need to go back up through the mansion.
So there's no path through that room, basically?
Well, you can fly across. The walls are really, really hard and enforced with magic.
Now, I did forget to tell you guys that in the room, the workshop room, there was a shredded to pieces, as I described earlier, as a George Romero zombie movie, T-800 robot. Like another one
Does
of
it
those
have a
metal...
chainsaw?
No.
Okay.
The metal skeletons that you encountered earlier. This one, you saw the head and the skull and pieces were shredded apart. So, yes, Pip has told you that going the other way just leads out into the main town, the way that he got stuck.
Oh, so he was on the other side.
He was on the
room,
other
basically.
side, yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
When you guys were trying to find Scarlett in the
I made my way
bar.
through all the other traps, and this is just pointless going this way.
Alright, so let's go back up to the hallway then.
Okay, so you go back up into the room you were in with the workshop, and then the only other way out of this room that you haven't gone is down the secret passage past the bookshelf.
Right.
So, you guys go through there, and you hear a groaning sound as you make your way down that hallway.
I would like to stealth up a bit
Sure, go
and
ahead.
tell them to let me go ahead,
Sure.
unless they can be sneaky as well.
You can go ahead and make a stealth check, sure. Yeah.
So 25.
You see.
You look at... Good.
You're as I say, you seem pretty stealthy as you head up this hallway, and you make your way to the edge of the hallway, and you peer into this room, around this room, and you see, you see on the far wall a weird set of pods with doors, with Tesla coil pieces attached to the top, a weird scrying orb enchantment in the middle. You see a dead, robed, wizardly figure with a long gray beard, stabbed in the back, bleeding, bled out everywhere, blood all over the floor, seemingly dead. The blood has coagulated for a little while. And you see sobbing over him on his knees is this grotesque, medium-sized creature with one head of a Goliath and the other head of a gnome. Just crying in just constant wails and moans over the dead body of this wizard.
I'm gonna creep back a little bit, so guys, there's a monster crying inside there. Y'all can take a look at it, but I'm not. I don't know if it's better to just kill it now or just try to talk to it. Killing it might be the better option.
I mean, it's a monster, and it's crying. It clearly wants to be put out of its misery.
Seems okay. I got this.
Are you sure we shouldn't ask? I feel like that'd be more polite.
It's a monster.
I'm a monster in the morning. I don't want people to kill me.
It's not really a monster. You might be a monster, and I point at the
debatable.
tiefling.
Alright, well, I think we should just go in and speak to it. And then if it attacks, just be ready.
You hear the continued sobbing, and then you hear it having a conversation with itself.
Oh my
in
god, what
two
is this
different
guy?
voices.
Ron.
And one says, he was going to, or no, I'm sorry, it's more like, he was going to fix us. And the other little high-pitched gnome voice is like, fix me, fix me, fix me.
I mean, that doesn't really seem threatening.
We
I'm
should
gonna go talk to it.
All right, you come around the corner,
take it.
and you say it again?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, buddy.
And it looks
Y'all
up
right
at you.
there?
And it's weird because it was, again, I say that it's medium size, but it was a combination of, like, a gnome-sized body and a Goliath-sized body. So the Goliath head on the right side has Goliath kind of sized, shrunken down little Goliath arms on the left side. The gnome head on the left side has sort of like slightly elongated little gnome arms on the left side, on the right side. So like if it were to stand up, it would have uneven gait because one leg would be shorter than the other.
You look like you're having a bad day. I can relate. What's going on with you?
We came into this place and we had our brains switched and we were gonna get him switched back by this wizard and then somebody killed him and we got combined together.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. Don't you like each other?
No!
Oh, God.
Would you like us to kill you?
And the other guy, the gnome looks up at you and says, no!
You can't just ask people if you want them to. If you want. Oh God.
Yeah, usually you just do it.
Well,
Mercy killing, people. Mercy killing. It's
Maybe we
polite
can
to ask.
cut you guys apart. Wants to cut you in half?
He says,
Donnie, that's not safe.
are there any books
True.
in this room or like journals that
there's
I
some-
could try to?
there's some journals, yeah. Like some...
All right. Well, let's start looking. Let's start reading and see if we can figure out.
I want to go over and case the body of the dead wizard.
Okay. You're casing the body of the dead wizard. Morthos, you take note of this. As he's searching the dead body of a dead wizard. Scarlett, you go looking through the notes. And you see, basically, it's a lot of stuff about the construction of these portals and potential use for teleportation from one point to another. And then that's crossed out, and it writes next to it, like, teleport magic dummy. It's scribbled out again. There's no need for arcane, mechanical, magical transportation when there are spells that do the same. And then you see, like, a picture of, like, a person in one pod and a fly in the other pod. And then there's, like, a drawing of a mixture fly, person, humanoid, and that's crossed out. And then, basically, you see an image of what we described earlier as, like, the link cable of the two things passing. And it has, like, a line away from that with an arrow, and then says, arcane catalyst necessary for completion. And that's pretty much what you're able to gather from the notes.
Does it say anything about what the arcane catalyst has to be, or?
It does not. That's all it says.
So they cast 2 teleportation spells and somehow merge the people during the teleportation process? Is that hypothesis?
What you're gathering is things can be... this was originally designed to be some sort of mechanical, electrical-based teleportation device to teleport from one place to another. But apparently someone in charge just said use teleport instead. Don't try to monkey with electricity. So then it seems that it could combine things together, and then but it made like a weird hybrid. And then this bottom set, the inference is that things can be transferred between two, but to have it work properly, it needs this arcane catalyst. And then I guess the other line is where it's basically, well, sure, why not? Let's say if not, and then it points back up to the fly human hybrid.
Ah,
Maybe we can find another wizard who can put them back.
well, it just needs a catalyst, right? Just figure out what that is. We can do it.
That's
Well,
true.
no, because they didn't have the catalyst in the first place. So teleporting them with the catalyst now would just transport them as they are.
Maybe,
Now.
as far as you know. I mean, there's a lot of
As far as
inference
I know
going
with
on
my
here.
normal human intellect.
Except
Do
you're
you
an
know
elf.
anything about
You're not
magic?
a human.
And you're not, yeah, you're just gonna say you're an elf.
With my normal elf intellect. My average elf intellect.
Can you cast any spells? Other
I
than
can do cantrip.
one cantrip, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna defer more to either the ranger or the paladin who have actual spellcasting for the purposes of this. So,
I'm just using science logic here.
sure, one can infer some things here, but yeah, you get.
Scarlett's gonna go pet the monster thing on the back and be like, "Let me know if you need me to hit something really fucking hard."
Is the
Well,
machine here?
what?
Is the machine in this room?
Oh yeah, it's still there. The pods are still there, and it does seem to still be fully operational. Like as
I'll
far as you
look
can.
for a reverse switch.
Oh, what now?
A button that's like go or on.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
there
look
is
for
there's a
reverse
very clear, basically large like kill switch that will
lever.
activate it. Yeah, basically. So that's
Is there
clearly
an
the on
obvious-
switch.
Sorry, is there an obvious place where the catalyst goes?
Yes. It seems to be your assumption based on what the drawings show, is this scrying, this like orb in the middle, channeled into this orb, because there are basically long conduits that run from one pod into this kind of the base mount of this scrying orb from both ends, and they seem to like connect into the bottom of it, and there's sort of like a circular point in front of the orb where you
And
assume
that part's
something
empty,
would
I'm assuming.
something would go there.
Can I look at the wiring? As
Sure.
I'm assuming that it's an electrical device for wiring.
You can certainly attempt. What were you trying to discern?
He dropped.
Right as he said that, there he is.
What was that? What was that?
I said, with your absolutely normal intelligence of 10, what would you like to discern about the electrical wiring of a mad wizard scientist?
I'm gonna look for like basically AV, like audio visual inputs, like a yellow wire, a red wire, a white wire.
You look for things that you don't know what they are, because they don't exist in this universe. And you, funny enough, don't find them.
Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
So you get
I'm gonna look for like anything that seems like it goes directly to the other pod or to the conduit orb.
there are the conduits that go from the pods to the conduit orb. That would
Yes.
So the conduits do that. Donny, you you feel like your assumption is correct, that whatever this catalyst is needs to go sort of in this socket.
Huh?
That's in the scry orb there, or right in front of the scry orb. And you see
Without-
them just kind of wail. They're kind of crying again and just talking about how this guy said he could fix them, but something happened during the process. He was killed. And they're like, he said something
Maybe-
about the process, and then he died.
Can I search the wizard to see if he had some sort of... It was a wizard, right?
He was a wizard. He was cased
Well,
previously.
I did case him first.
Yeah, you didn't see
Yeah.
anything on him other than a spell book. And,
Okay, I was gonna see if he had like some sort of arcane focus on him.
he has a ring on, but it is it seems to just be, as far as you can tell, just a generic wizard-based arcane focus, which isn't inherently magical or worth much of anything.
That's what I was checking.
Is
to see
it
if
a
he had-
matching life insurance ring?
Is it what now?
A matching life insurance ring.
It is not. You have the only one in existence, as far as you know.
Right. So he doesn't have a second focus. Maybe that's basically what I would say to the group is, when a human or a humanoid does magic, they need something to focus it. And I show him my holy symbol, and I say, maybe there's something around here that is similar that he was going to use for this.
Can you make me an Arcana check? Since you're doing all this analysis. And you are this spellcaster. Yeah, so you get the feeling with your... As you look through the notes, you look at the wizard, you look at the location of the everything around, you get the feeling that perhaps it wasn't so that so much of the focus itself, but that magic needed to be channeled into this at the opportune time. So that someone needs to be present to channel magical energy into the conduit to basically to have the final step be completed. But if that way, if no one is here monitoring and watching, it doesn't happen. So it requires input from a spellcaster. As far as what kind of in magic, you don't know. Or I'm sorry, like you don't know if it's just magic energy in general, like using a spell slot.
I know what you mean.
Or like a specific spell.
School.
Yeah.
I would assume that I would not be helpful because my magic is divine, and I feel like it would maybe need. I mean, this is just Donny spitball.
Academic.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have to be like, I don't know, whatever the school is for. I don't know.
Transmutation, probably.
Yeah, so I don't know. Donny feels like he wouldn't be useful here. Maybe we need. He was a wizard, so perhaps something from schools of magic. I don't know.
The monster kind of looks at you and says, like, well, I mean, I can do some. I can't do as much as I used to be. I could do some magic, but I can't do it because I'm inside.
That makes sense. You'll need to be in there, so how could you do magic at the console?
Right.
Wait, do the pods have doors?
They do. Because people have to get in the pod.
What if we put it... Yeah, I was gonna say, what if we put him in, leave the door open, and then he can blast his magic into the orb?
I slap you across the face and say, don't say that again.
Okay. Here's a question.
I would like to deck save out of the way.
Sure. Why not? You can try.
I wish I had mage hand.
Yeah,
there is no try.
You roll out of the way and slip on the blood of the wizard on the floor. Morthos, what were you saying?
Donny, how much power do you think is going to be required?
Don't know. Could I Arcana check to gauge said amount I might think?
Yeah, you can take a shot at it, right? Why not?
11.
You feel like it's got to be minimum third level spell, at least, if not more than that.
Probably going to take a decent amount of power.
Look, I'm pretty sure it'll work. Did the notes say anything about the doors having to be closed, or is that just a safety precaution? Because we don't have many other options right now.
Let's just do it. This guy can't look more miserable than he is right now.
Yes, Morthos, what were you trying to say?
Scarlett, how much do you want to help this guy?
I mean, a lot. You should always help people.
It's optional.
Not to me.
Fair enough. Now, just whatever. I'm going to go over to the guy, touch him with my hand, and using the ring, pour in the rest of the cure wounds that I have left in the ring.
Okay.
Dudes, whatever pronoun you want to use at the moment. I want you to touch the ring and put as much arcane energy you can into the ring.
Okay.
I'll then use the ring to help power the machine.
Okay, yeah, the guy, the kind of the goofy-looking Goliath guy who's kind of like a little misshapen as he shrunk down, he will touch the ring, and he will channel in magic into it, to which you feel the magic has filled up the ring.
Cool. I was going to say something else, because if you have the 2 teleportation rings, you could have him wear one of them, blast his magic through there, and you can hold the other one out over the conduit and fill it that way.
Same difference,
It's
I think.
that would have worked as well, but this will do the same
Okay,
thing.
I wasn't sure if this was gonna work and like it would have just wasted it. So I was like,
Yep. Only one way to
It's
find
not
out.
like he's gonna die today.
That's
I
true.
assume
If
it's a
these
ring
doesn't
of
work,
spell
we can try
storing.
tomorrow.
Yes, it's a ring of spell story.
Yeah.
So, yeah, are you guys going to assist them then, as they get into the pod?
yes.
Morthos.
Scarlett wants to help.
All right, so Morthos is on board. He's got the ring. He gets in and he shuts the door, and you hear like it, and it locks with like a rubber gasket, and they close the inside lock on it.
I will be hitting the reverse switch.
All right, Morthos, you are in front of the conduit with your ring. Pip, you pull down the, and you see the Tesla coils start to arc, and they kind of arc together. They arc towards a central spire by the cube, and you see the two pod doors start to glow bright white to the point where you can't see into them. And as the arcs continue, you see something continuing, like a glowing light continue down the orb, or down the conduit to the central orb, at which point it lights up the central orb. Based on this, you would think, Donny, that this is the time to channel the conduit now.
Well, he's got the ring.
Oh, I'm saying you could tell him that this is the time.
Oh,
basically.
then I'll tell him.
Yeah, so
do it now.
Morthos, this is the time.
Do it now.
You feel the energy of the ring empty into it coalesces into this kind of central, like, cylindrical chamber, and that suffuses down, and the light, which was a bluish white, changes to a green in the orb, and then it stays there, and then it slowly siphons out into the other conduit, into the other door. The lights both turn green on both pods, and then slowly fade out.
And I will slowly lift up the thing when it seems that it's done processing.
Okay, and you pull that down, and after steam and everything fills the area, after a little while, you see that both pod doors swing open, and out of one comes a gnome, and out of the other comes a Goliath, seemingly
Well, that worked.
unharmed, and the kind of the voice that's kind of sounds like this now comes out of the Goliath, and the kind of more high-pitched voice comes out of the gnome, and they're like, we're fixed, hooray!
Yay! We did
Hey!
something.
It worked.
Awesome. Well,
Do they
good.
look hurt at all, like from the experience? Like,
No,
or
they
are
seem
like,
to be
good
relatively, in a relatively, seemingly okay.
Okay. Now, the two guys
Yes.
from. So, from looking at them now, what would their specialization be?
Okay, you get that the Goliath is a barbarian, and the gnome is a
Okay.
druid.
It seems you're in our debt now. We got you separated. Would you agree?
I mean, the barbarian is like, yeah, I mean, I guess. And the gnome's like, yes, we are. Thank you very much for your assistance. It was horrible being stuck in each other's bodies, and then being combined as one was even worse.
Perfect.
I can imagine.
Now, options. You pay us back, or I'm looking for people for my crew.
They say, crew? What kind of crew do you have, sir?
Well, at the moment, tentative Scarlett. Donny's on the maybe for invite. And got a nice warship over in Neverwinter at the moment.
So a sailing crew. I see. We weren't sure if you had like a wrecking crew or some other kind of crew. but a sailing
or a dance crew.
Yes, or a dance
What
crew.
were y'all doing here in the first place?
What was that?
What'd you say?
I'm asking them what they were doing here in the first place.
They say, we were here in the town. We met with several other folks. We had a whole party. An orc who was a hunter-type guy, and we came here to get switched back into our body. Clearly it worked now, but it didn't work initially. We were joined by a knight who was looking to root out evil, and an orc looking to hunt down evil things. And we traveled through the town. Anything evil. There was rumors of bad things happening here.
Are any of those players coming back, by the way?
None of them are.
Oh, I was hoping we affected their game doing that.
No, they're gone, and Bucky was possibly going to jump in to cover where Benzyme's covering right now, but because he got combined into a hybrid monster, we said he wasn't going to come back.
Damn it, we could.
Yeah, so I'll let Bucky know. I'll message him and let him know that you guys saved him.
Maybe he can play his character again later.
He's not. Yeah, I mean, I'll let him know either way.
Like another year, I mean.
Yes. Oh, yes. In the future, I'll let him know that Dwemble is now free, as is Vimek. So they will tell you that, and they're like the wizard. He had said we'd fought through many traps to get here. Some so easily we just teleported across. So easy to get across that lava pit. And then we fought some weird monsters in a refuse area. And then we called upon the magical power of the god Tempest. And then Vimek's like, I did that. That wasn't you. That was me. I did that. And then we destroyed things and made our way through. And we fought this wizard. But then it turned out that he was actually, not that bad of a guy. Also, he could have totally murdered us, but he didn't. And there was another wizard, and she left. And then he told us...
Donny, do you have anything that can bring anybody back to life?
Oh.
Maybe.
Let me go check, actually. Because who knows, now that he's in his own body...
he may actually be able to do it.
He may be able to do it. Let's find out. Membleflorp is his name. Membleflorp is his last name. I just noticed
I can only heal if they died in the last minute, by the way.
Gotcha. So, fun fact, Drew and Bucky both didn't do character sheets in Roll20. They were all on paper. So, I have no idea what his spells were. Actually, I lied. Drew did his character sheet in Roll20. Bucky did not. So, I don't know what any of... We know that he used his 7th level spell for Whirlwind. Because he did that. I don't know if somebody has his message. If he's not online, I don't think. But
it says there's a Dremble Membleflorp sheet on here.
Yeah, he just doesn't have anything in it. Yeah, he he said we spoke to the wizard and he told us that not was all as it seemed. That the mechanical constructs that they built were to protect the town, or protect them from ravaging people coming in for this whole Gordic thing. We're not really too familiar what that's about, but they said there was a great civil war, and all of the Gordic stuff that had happened here had transferred to the nearby town of Shortsaddle, having dominated this town and moved on, and the wizards wanted to stay and study their wizardly things, so they built those iron constructs, and he that one's destroyed, and he points back to the other room where you guys saw the remnants of the skeleton.
We saw one out there. It chainsawed me. It didn't hurt too bad, but
he goes, "Yes, those."
I know what you're saying. It told me the same thing. Not was all what it seemed.
Yes, they were constructs that the wizards apparently were using to protect the town, and they were infused with wizards' magical energy. That's all he said. And then he said he was going to switch us back because he thought it was interesting, and then he died. I don't know how he died. Because I was trapped in...
It looks like he was stabbed.
Well, I guessed that. But he doesn't. But he was fine when we went into the machine.
Oh.
And then
so
he
he
died.
died while you were getting transferred.
Correct. No one was there to perform whatever final process was needed, and we were combined together.
So some asshole, probably somebody that was with your group originally, probably killed him and left y'all to get turned into that abomination.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't actually tell us that there was any process that he needed to do during. He just said that he was intrigued and to get into the pods and he'd fix it. But, I mean, I feel like he also didn't feel like he was going to get stabbed. And they're like, And then the Goliath goes, it was probably that orc guy, because he was hiding in the library, and then we didn't know what happened to him. Are you okay, Katie?
I'm just laughing because I totally egged him on.
We really did. Anyway,
This is the little part of the stream that I managed to catch before I had to do other stuff was actually what we're finishing right now. Like, I saw all of that.
yeah, yep.
I came in a little bit and I saw, like, I just heard somebody getting murderized for, like, 99 damage.
The funny part that you missed was the part where they went through this entire dungeon under the ground with the lava and went through all of that to get to the mansion, and you just basically did the same thing on the way down.
I mean, it's great to have magic to get across things.
Yes.
It sucks when you don't.
Yes, they just teleported across. Yes, this is what happened. So he'll tell you, and he says, so that's really all we know, was that this was not the place. The wizards were just trying to continue their wizardly work, and they said it's in another town.
Plural.
There was another, but she disappeared.
Oh. So,
The wizard cast. We don't know. We can't ask him. He's dead. The wizard cast a bunch of magic, and seemingly she disappeared, and he summoned several cones of ice. And then the barbarian goes, he killed all of my spirits.
What town did you say everything moved to?
And he says, Shortsaddle, the sister city to Longsaddle, the city we're currently in.
Right.
Which was, I think, made up at about 2 o'clock in the morning after we came back, after my internet died last stream. Or my computer had to update for 2 hours of the 3-hour session. So, yeah, and I was like, I don't know. Shortsaddle. How far is Shortsaddle?
Yes.
You don't... It's not on the map because it doesn't exist, because I made it up. But Shortsaddle, I also feel like when we looked at Longsaddle last time... Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, because I remember last time we had to... I feel like when I looked, the last map I looked at was way different orientation. Like, I know where Longsaddle is supposed to be, but I remember we crossed the desert. Remember that? That happened at one point last time? Like, towards the very end, but I don't remember... And I know it was the Anarok Desert, but that's fine. So Shortsaddle is gonna be, let's say, at the base of near, like, Shining White, which is one of the large mountains in as we head a little bit further north. So it's northeast of Longsaddle, on the other side of the Cerbran Hills.
Should we just go try to stuff real fast in the other town?
And what? Sorry, you cut out.
Should we just try to go handle that gourd stuff in the other town, I asked? Because, hey,
Like a logical.
all I know, I was hired to go handle some gourds. I don't know about you people. I
you're a
did
prostitute?
find this watermelon. It's nice and it's square.
It's square?
Yeah, it's a square watermelon.
I think he said square.
I have this nice square watermelon. I don't know if it's in the gourd.
Not that
found
you can't unhear it. Oh, we lost him. Put some coffee in that man. He's going slap happy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm here. I'm here. It's so stupid, and I don't know why I'm laughing so hard, but I am.
Because you've been awake for like over 12 hours.
Oh my god.
Chad, go drink one of your 2 cups of coffee.
I know. I'm gonna get it in a second. So
Need to do a quick break at some point soon.
we may have to take one soon. We'll see, because this is technically 4 hours.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm good. I just, because of the way you said it, and then it happened right after that, I just couldn't handle it. I just lost it. I'm sorry.
Fine.
Anyway,
Acting. Professional face.
we shall continue.
My immersion.
Yes.
My immersion.
Nerd immersion.
My nerd immersion.
Oh no, he went there. Roll credits. Oh, end of stream. So yes, what would you guys like to do? This guy is dead. You still have some of the house left to explore. You have a little bit of knowledge of where to go. Morthos, Dwemble, and Vimac will offer to join your crew.
Perfect.
I would like to
Well-
bless the body, by the way. Like, take the knife out and do the paladin-y type things.
Yeah, perform last rites kind of thing. You're
Yeah.
all good.
Well, user on. I don't think I actually need you here at the moment. If you two just want to go to Neverwinter, wait for me there. Probably be the best thing.
All right.
Unless Scarlett, you need more bodyguards.
I'm fine. I can handle myself.
You heard the lady. We don't need you here at the moment.
And they say, all right. And he will grab on to Vimac, and they will plane shift away.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Damn it. Assholes.
They're gone.
Yeah. Oh well.
I just meant,
Like,
I
I guess they can.
take a plane shift.
I guess they can fight for themselves for the moment then. Oh.
Yeah. They,
Actually.
yeah.
Well, I remember. Scarlett, official offer. Yes or no? You joining?
I mean, I've never been on a ship, and I've kind of got like a freedom fighting group that I'm a part of. But we could discuss maybe combining forces if you've got like sea coverage. That wouldn't hurt.
I have the sea coverage.
I guess later on we could get your own ship.
But I mean, as long as we're beating baddies.
Oh yeah,
I'm in.
most definitely.
Baddies are in fact bad.
It's true. It's in the name.
I feel like Benzyme is recruiting for some other campaign he's got.
He's really committed, and I love it. I'm like eating it up. Like every single episode, he's like, "All right, I've checked this off my list," and I'm like, "What is he planning?"
So.
Intrigued by the fact that he actually wanted to perform poison vials. Very intrigued.
I got my own ship. I got my crew. I got some poison.
Doing
It's only the
great.
start of the adventure.
Yep. It's going
So
well.
what's your end game, Morthos?
And every good adventure could start.
Didn't get any
End
of that.
game. There is no end game.
Yeah.
You
All
just want to sail on a ship, or what's the point?
It's the life.
I mean, I
Where
can't
are
say
you
it.
sailing to? Are you going to like AWOL Nation, perhaps?
No, I'll be staying around the coast most of the time, I dare say. There's no need to go further out than that.
You guys can send me a DM later when you figure that joke out.
Okay, I'll let you know.
No, I got it.
So,
Okay. Upstairs library.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
You come,
Yeah.
Scarlett?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so you guys are back up out of the basement
First
area.
one was a scorch dump.
Oh, okay, that's
Although,
technically not the library.
Would any of you guys like health insurance? I know a guy.
As far as you know, he's only offered health insurance to you.
I know, but to more people, might be to his benefit.
I mean, you'll see. He hasn't shown up again, so.
He has not. But I was asking them if they would like.
What is this life insurance you speak of?
This is also something that none of you guys have ever really heard of before.
Yes, that's why
Is it like a
Are
will?
you trying to sell me like on a religion where a god can resurrect me or something? Because I'm not really into that.
I don't think so. What I was told was that in the eventuality that if you were to die adventuring or by some other means, that what you own and possess, your wealth and such, would go to a designated individual of you. So it's not simply.
I left the will so that whoever kills me gets all my belongings.
You should stop rolling around on the ground while you talk.
Yeah, your mic is going like crazy. Hypertroller. It's like,
bumping into it.
yeah, it's like scratchy, like
Is
crazy.
it?
Yeah. It's like crazy, scratchy coming. It's like
Oh,
stutter
that sucks.
stopping, and it's like.
How about now?
Say one more time.
How about now?
That's
How about now?
Clearer.
much clearer.
Okay, that was probably because I had my phone, the back end of my phone, like facing towards my fan.
Ah, that might be it. Oh, so this is all through your phone. The Discord is through your phone.
Yeah, I'm using Discord through my phone because, like, I don't want it to be even worse to my laptop. Because
Gotcha.
Roll20 plus Discord plus, like, even attempting to peer me. No.
Gotcha.
Now what was it? Yeah, so it's right.
But,
I don't
in
recommend
the
death.
eventuality that you die...
Yeah, you're not
Muted.
speaking.
Yeah, you keep cutting out again.
No,
Yeah.
I got to talk. Okay. You want me to
Did you-
explain again or no?
Nah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Kate,
Yeah,
you're did you
In the
unplug your mic or
eventuality
something?
that you...
Hmm.
No.
Not you. I think Katie is not coming through. Or
Yeah, I noticed she was talking earlier and I couldn't hear her.
Nah, you're still gone.
hang on a
It-
sec. Hang on.
Am I going?
No, you're still
No.
here.
You're good.
Oh.
So hang on.
He-
Katie,
Katie's dead.
her mic has stopped.
I'm gonna go AFK for a quick second.
That's fine. Let's see if we can get Katie to pop back in here. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear us at all, Katie, but you are. I don't know if you're just not speaking or your mic is busted. Gotcha.
No. Hold.
Gotcha.
Hold.
Holden.
Hold. There's no more Holdens. They're not being made anymore here.
What about some nice Holden Caulfields?
What?
Let's see here in the chat.
I just made a clever literary reference.
Ah, damn it, I missed it.
Maybe now would be a decent time to take that short little break we had discussed that we were talking about before because since we
Yes.
have Katie's mic is borked at the moment, and Homer is AFK, this would be the time for that moment, so we can try and get everybody all fixed up. I can get some more coffee, which is basically all I'm surviving on at the moment.
What about now?
Yes.
Yes!
Yay!
What happened? Did it get ripped out or something, or?
I don't know. I restarted Discord, so I don't know.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
It probably
Sometimes that
is.
happens.
It's probably a peer in. I've had that issue because a peer in has technically a VoIP service to it that allows you to talk with the microphone via a peer in. Sometimes it doesn't like one being started over the other. So like sometimes if you have that open and then open Discord, it doesn't like that. While Homer is AFK, we're going to just take a very short break while I literally just go make a cup of coffee.
Cool.
As a preemptive, because I'm not
The world's
sleepy,
best cup of coffee.
so we're going to go try and make best use of that. Keep it preemptive caffeination to prevent the sleepies. So we'll be right back, folks. I'm just going to throw BRBs up on the screen here or somewhere.
And I'm gonna make some tea. And I said mo instead of go, but I don't care. Goodbye.
All right, guys, we'll be right back.
Too intoxicated to care. So, Benza. Okay, everybody's gone. Fuck me.
That little better?
I think Yu-Gi-Oh just found Kingdom Hearts.
What?
It's strategy. Hello?
Hello?
People back yet? People back? Hola.
Yep, I'm back.
Toad's
So,
not back
how
yet.
many goggles do you have?
3 at the moment.
Okay. And they all do similar things?
I have a pair that lets me have eagle vision, so basically I can see things really far away, advantage with perception checks.
I thought about picking those up as my uncommon item.
Oh, they're good. They're really good.
It's really funny for the 1200 foot spell sniper build.
Long range with these would be amazing. I'm pretty sure there's an ability you can do that removes disadvantage with long range shots. I think that's it. Is that sniper?
Sharpshooter maybe? Sharpshooter maybe?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's sharpshooter just ignores the 3/4 cover type deal. I don't know if there's actually anything that gets rid of disadvantaged on long range shots besides maybe magic. But 600 feet is still a long way to shoot something, which it can do with the longbow.
Yeah.
And like disadvantaged stuff, like you can just box it out with just an advantage to roll normal. Because the way it works is the 120 is the effective range. After that is the disadvantage, and then the 600 is the maximum possible distance.
Yeah.
Well, Axel says that otherwise. Yes, Shadzar. I thought about making a David versus Goliath character.
Yeah, if you take a close range, close.
Oh yeah.
Counters combat. I don't remember what the name of it is, and then.
Yeah. No, I saw that feat earlier this morning. No disadvantage on 5 foot or on 5 foot range attacks. It's freaking great.
Hey, Shadzar. I don't know if they can hear us. Hey, Shadzar.
I think they can.
No, Axel.
Well, I guess the Firebreaker.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Well, Lazy, we could have done a killing field on the
monster.
Yeah.
I wanted to effectively one shot it because I have that dank comet card for the next hostile thing I need to kill by myself.
Yeah.
I had a different character, I would have fucked that shit up real bad, but I have to stay with my alignment.
Well, the thing was that I was hoping that you're using the ring on the hand you're patting his back or giving a hug with. So it was pretty much a matter of poison on dagger, stab through my hand, and get him in the back.
I couldn't have even been mad if you did that, because that's so fucking awesome.
See, I was looking at stuff like that for bullshit, and Sunblade, it's just a hilt until you say its command word. So I thought about like either having somebody cast invisibility on myself, and I just creep up to people, put it on their back, and just activate the command word to like have it spring entirely through their body.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
But I have that porcupine cloak, so another good thing is. Oh, no, never mind. I can't get sneak attack on it. But it would still hurt them a lot to put the purple worm poison on the cloak and then shoot the spine that way.
You probably need a few doses to do the whole coat.
Yeah, I don't know if it would only affect one quill is the thing. That'd be a
And then you have a problem.
Yeah.
Alright. I am back.
Kill?
Hello?
You're caffeine
I'm
up?
back. I'm dead.
Good for you, Homer. Good for you.
Cadjar says we're in 4th place?
Is that true?
I have no idea.
Yeah. We need
I've been shot by
$810 to
light.
make 4th place.
Did I miss a donation? No, I didn't. Okay, just wanted to check.
No, that's just where it's been, yeah.
Okay,
Reminding people to give money.
let's see. To jump back, to scroll back up through chat, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh man, I see Mr. Axel is back. I don't know if he heard about the... they have been dealing with your dead wizard and have since re-separated Dwemble and Vimek. That you caused the inadvertent etnization, I guess is the proper verbiage, of the two of them. Let's see. Also, Mrs. Powell, from before, when you had said, is Katie heading off of stream soon? Katie, are you coming back at all, or are you out after this one?
No, this is my last one.
If you want to see more of Katie's time here on the channel, Mrs. Powell, when the Mondays that, like, not tomorrow's Mondays, but when Brittany and everybody else aren't playing, she's on the other Mondays playing every night, every other Monday here.
I play someone significantly less badass, but super adorable.
Yes. I just
They do a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. They do a lot of things. That is true.
They have finally gotten off of the road.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, I will point out that remember that this session is technically 4 hours, right? Because we're going at 2 o'clock. We're going to reset back an hour as a daylight savings.
As far as any more hours left?
So you got 2 hours of Katie left.
Yes.
Not me, because I know Katie, and I will see her plenty of other time.
That's true. And
the rest of you.
and 2 hours also 2 hours of Hypertroller left before we, or no, 3 hours, right?
Homer is gonna see me on Monday at Steve's house, and he's gonna once again remind me how fucking stupid me pulling him through that portal was.
I'll probably forget by then. You won't have to worry about it.
I'm gonna message you on what's that?
You remind me.
I'm gonna remind you. Remember what she did.
Yeah, 7 p.m. EST on Monday. Send me like a DM on Twitter.
I will send you a DM to remind you.
It's like you think it's necessary, but I'm fully aware of how shitty that was. So the first thing I say when I see him is, remember that time that I pulled you through a portal with me and we were stuck in the astral plane like assholes?
The astral plane.
Oh, good job. All right.
I thought that was a possibility to happen, but I didn't think it was going to work because pulling one hand out, because it's just pulling them through the portal, she was going to come out of the hand. I didn't think like it was going to rip through both the astral plane.
Well,
Me either, as it turns out.
So, that being said, the Dwemble and Vimac have what's it called? Have plane shifted away. And I only know that because I remember that Bucky specifically said that he had plane shift prepared in the in case they got teleported away or something. So they disappeared, and now you guys are left in the broken down workshop basement. As Dwemble and Vimac have left, you're there. The dead wizard having been interred, or at least given last rites and whatnot, put to rest by Donny, and then you can basically head back up out into the library, and there's still some areas of the house you haven't explored, and you haven't really necessarily checked all of the bedrooms and offices as well as the library, if there's anything specific you'd like to look for, or you'd like to take the time to do.
Let's check all the rooms really quick with just straight up investigation checks.
Okay. I guess then everybody can make me an investigation check, and based on what you roll, we'll determine if you find anything. We'll say, to your point, Katie, this is a blanket check for the entire house.
Unless somebody else wants to take time, I don't care.
Yeah, well, that's...
I think one of the goggles has a bonus to investigation. Hold on. I don't...
No.
I might be thinking of a different one.
I think you're thinking of one of the two that you don't have.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you have Eyes of the Eagle, right?
Yep.
Got it. Yep.
And the other one's Eyes of something or other.
Yes. So, give me investigation checks. Please, everybody. Whole group.
Everyone?
Yep.
Wait, another one?
No. We still have only half of you have done them.
Fair enough.
There we
It was took super long to just roll 10.
I know.
Yep.
I thought maybe that was going to be a critical miss or a critical hit because it flashed so long, the color was going to change,
No. Disappointing.
Alright, so, man, just you guys are searching through. We'll say you look through the library, right, as a whole, 4 of you, and in this process, you see a lot of books, obviously, as you travel through. I guess I didn't also tell you that one of the bookshelves, all the books were spilled onto the floor, and one of the bookshelves was totally missing. Just gone completely. Let's see. You guys, in this process, Katie, you can roll me a d30, and everybody else can roll me a percentile.
I'm sorry, you said a D what?
D30, please.
22.
Okay, and everybody else can make percentiles.
Percentile. Easy done.
Katie,
that one.
You find a ring.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
That's okay. Everybody, so it might be a percentile, Hypertroller as well as Homer also.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Katie, you find a ring in one of the upstairs rooms.
Okay.
You can order 66.
It has a infinity symbol on the side of it. And nothing on the other side.
I'm scared. Whatever, I'm Scarlett. I just put it on.
You put it on, and your entire body becomes invisible, but your clothes and everything you're wearing are still visible.
Classic.
I want to get naked so bad. Okay.
That's gonna be a quote. Hang on.
Every single quote I have in the quote system is awkwardly sexual.
So she's out of sight of everyone at the moment?
Yeah, because you guys all spread out, we'll say, to search, because you're blanket searching the whole place.
It'd be great if I got that nice blind sense right about now.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're what, I think a level off from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just need to kill something real fast.
You guys, the other guys, Katie, you found this ring. Let me go through
Sure.
and tell you what everybody else found here in the house.
Ooh, we actually found something.
Yes, you did. It's not as cool as her. Or actually, it could be. This is the Harples. You really don't know. They have a lot of weird shit here, as you've seen with the teleportation rings in the Frankenstein basement. Morthos, you find a suitcase, and when you open it up, it's bigger on the inside. Not like a lot, just like a little bit bigger on the inside.
Twice, 3 times.
Twice the size of what is
A
contained.
little bit bigger now.
Yes. Let's see. Donny, you find a pair of glasses. They are rose-tinted glasses.
Tell him I found Elton John's glasses, guys.
Yes. Do you don these glasses?
Funny you should say that. I put the glasses on myself, so therefore I have donned the glasses.
Please note you're already wearing a pair of glasses.
I know, I take the goggles off to put the...
Okay, you put on these rose-tinted spectacles. And every book...
Does Donnie fill him with the infinite wet naps beforehand?
Ooh.
He definitely went
Of
naps
course.
in
I
before.
feel like I'm
Sorry, I
assuming
thought
that
was a given.
everything is a given here. It is, let's see. So, you put on these rose-tinted glasses, and everybody else you see in the room, Scarlett, Morthos, Pip, as you're walking around, they all appear better looking than they actually are.
I'm invisible.
Well, you don't see Scarlett, but everybody else appears more attractive. Better looking.
I thought that was a comment on how she looks better than she actually is. It was physically impossible, so she just became an invisible.
Would that make her clothes look prettier?
Yes, all of her armor and everything look prettier. She is invisible to you, but everybody else looks better looking than they actually are in these rose-tinted glasses.
And that's when you notice that there's just a suit of armor just standing there with nothing in it.
And
do my goggles fit over them?
You could, yeah. Well, they're not your goggles, but yeah.
I'm just wondering if like the goggles would interfere with the glasses.
No, they'll work simultaneously if you so choose.
Okay, I'll leave them on and put the goggles back on.
Okay. And Pip, you come across what you can only know in the magic of trinketdom as the only known copy of Leonard the Great's indecipherably encoded notes on creating the Stone of the Philosophers.
No homunculi. Not safe.
Well, that'll be a new spell. That's in Xanathar's. It's a 7th level wizard spell, I think, in Xanathar's guide.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that on the spoiler list.
Yeah. Great. I'm sorry. It just the robot-y of your voice at that point it's too early and I've been awake for too long. So something that shouldn't be funny to me is just like and I can't, and it's Homer's face because he starts laughing and I can't not laugh because I've been awake for so long.
I'm sorry.
The best was with the watermelon though, because when you dragged it out, you started off with the watermelon and it was like air, and then he started laughing, and then you're like, it's a square watermelon, and I just couldn't
We
handle
needed
it.
a bard to drop the bass, honestly.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. It's too much.
Ted, just make a remix of like every robot thing I've said later, and just like put
It
bass
would
drops
be
behind it.
it'd be a long story about watermelons, squares, and I you know what, I gotta put down the coffee because I'm gonna laugh so hard I'm gonna spill it on myself. So, okay.
Is it better now?
It is better now. It comes and goes. It's not constant, but when it comes into the and it just shows up, it's so because there's no precursor to it. It just happens.
It's like perfect.
Yes, enough to make me. And now that we've established it as a
like the perfect chainsaw, dude.
yes.
Oh my god.
It
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Let's proceed, shall we?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It is all his fault. You broke me. He broke the game. Okay. Continuing on, you have searched the majority of the house. If you would like to make, I will say, because it's such a big house and there are a lot of like secret compartments and doors and desk drawers and things, I will allow everybody one additional investigation
Did I find
check.
anything?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I told. Oh, maybe you didn't hear me. You found the only known copy of Leonard the Great's indecipherably encoded notes on creating the Stone of the Philosophers.
Ah, okay. So that's what I heard the last part of that, but I didn't know that was for me.
Hold together, Ted.
Investigation checks, please, by everyone.
15.
Got it. Benzyme's got a 17.
Wait, I want to use one of my...
Okay, you can re-roll your natural one. Go ahead.
God damn it! Why couldn't I get the natural one?
All right. So.
Wait, is the natural one good?
No. He just wanted. He has a re-roll as well,
I can re-roll it.
but he doesn't. He doesn't have one either. So,
I have 2 re-rolls and I have yet to roll a natural one. I've rolled like 2s and 3s.
all right. So I will tell you that look as you might, Pip, you don't find anything else. With a 2, I was saving it, I think, for like 5 and above. Granted a roll. So 2 is unfortunately, you're not able. You still look constantly. You just don't find anything. So,
Damn.
let's see. Scarlett. Actually, let's see. Morthos, as you're searching.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Oh no, I'm dumb, Ted. Blind sense is at 14, not 15.
All right. Well, you have it, so you can still. You know that she's there. So,
Yes.
Morthos, you find in one of the upstairs kind of jewelry cases. You find a set of lenses. Spectacle glasses.
A what?
You find a set of glasses.
Oh, it's actual glasses, not just lenses?
No, they all, I mean, they are glasses. Because technically, Eyes of the Eagle are also confirmed as crystal lenses that fit over your eyes.
Yeah.
So, as are Eyes of Charming, and Eyes of Charming and Eyes of the Eagle, they both show as having either being goggles or glasses.
Yep.
So.
I'll try them on. Whatever I've got.
As you put them on, things within a foot of you become instantly clear. Oh my god! See, I was testing him to see if he had an extra set of goggles prepared, and he did.
Oh my god! Can he have inspiration?
Yes, you can have inspiration for the fact that you had a next prepared set of goggles. So you find Eyes of Minute Seeing, the ones that give you advantage on intelligence investigation checks when you're searching for something and it is within 1 foot of you.
You can see all the minute.
Nice.
Yes, all of them.
Hey, Ted.
Yes.
So, you know that steampunk thing where they have, like, those that just keep looking down extra?
Mm-hmm.
If we did that and gave them to Morthos, would he have all of the visions through each lens?
Sure. I mean, you'd have to find somebody who could do that. And each flick down would just continue. Yeah. But you'd have to take the time to find someone who could do that. So you have Eyes of Minute Seeing.
Yep.
I'm going to come back. So, because I find it funny, and it was really just a test. All right, so then we have Scarlett and Donny. You had decent rolls. Let's see. Scarlett, make me a D30 and a percentile. You could do both.
Say what?
Also, Donny will be able to as well.
I don't know what that link is.
23 and a 67. With your 67, okay, you find a bottle, an empty liquor bottle, Scarlett, that you pick up.
Yep.
And as you pick up this empty liquor bottle, you see tiny, and it kind of crawls out from behind the bottle, is a pet about yay big, pygmy pink elephant, but only you can see it.
Oh my god, we match! What's your name? Do you speak common?
It is just it's an elephant, so it's like, but no one else can hear it, so.
Oh my god, I wish this could carry over to my Monday game to add to my menagerie.
No, you can't have any more, damn it. You're done. You are done.
No!
Wow.
It's all I have. No, I'm just kidding.
You are done. You are done. Okay, I'm gonna give you two things because these are hilarious, and I just scrolled down to this. So you find also in a closet a pair of women's shoes.
Okay.
Heeled women's shoes. They are ruby red and sequined. When you look on the bottom, it basically says the Faerunian equivalent of made in China.
It says the Faerunian equivalent of what?
Made in China.
Oh. Well, I'll never wear these ever, but maybe I can sell them.
You can sell them to Morthos.
Oh, also, you find a red... Oh, this would be too perfect if Chelsea were here. But you find a small red button.
I was going to say, is that a little red button?
It is a little red button, but you feel like you probably should not ever push it.
Okay.
That is what you find. So, Donny, give me a D30 and a percentile.
Done.
Okay. D30. What do we got here for you? I don't want to exhaust all of the infinity rings. We already gave that one out. That was Shannon, so I'll give you something else. That was the ring of smoothness that made you super charismatic. You find an elixir. Oh, I drank it. But it came in a potion bottle that looks like this, basically, and it's neon yellow in coloration. And there's a label on the side, and I'm going to post it out in the Twitch chat for what it is.
Does it say Mountain Dew?
No.
I was close.
You were close. That is what you find. And then let's see what else you get. With your 68. Okay. I'm gonna say you find both of these because I like both of these. So you find a scroll to teach someone a previously unlearned cantrip. This is something that one of the Harples created. Puck Harple, to be exact. This is Puck's Marvelous Meal, the cantrip, which you can learn even though you can't learn cantrips because it's weird Harple magic. Which will make, and as you read it, it will make even the most disgusting food taste as exquisite as any delicacy.
I'm sorry, what was it called again?
Puck's Marvelous Meal. And the other thing you find is a collapsible screen, a 30-foot collapsible screen that like folds up into something about this big, and when you like expand it all the way out, it goes into 30 feet, and it looks like a brick and mortar wall from the other side. So, that is what you find.
Noted. Do I know what this potion of Gate O-Ray does?
You can, as with any potion, you can take a little sip to get like an idea of what it does. And you feel that as if it would give you some sort of like an energy surge of some kind.
Here, no.
So there you go. Okay, you guys leave the mansion now.
I'm going to go see my owl and see if he's alright.
He is alright.
Kill.
He's got sweet silver talon caps.
Yep. He's going to be doing some damage.
Yeah. Alright.
Wait, what are we damaging?
No, nothing yet.
Damaging things?
Nothing yet. So, you guys set out towards... Or actually, let me ask, what are you guys up to? What's the plan?
Oh, I assumed we were going to Shortsaddle.
I assumed as well. I just didn't want to impose, I should say.
Yeah. I would like to hunt a wolf on my way there.
You can certainly try.
Or bait a wolf out on my way there.
Definitely a possibility.
Baiting a wolf.
How long will it take to get there?
You're about 2 days ride on the road, and then you have to actually go off the beaten trail where there is no road. So that could take an indeterminate amount of time. But you feel like based on, if you were to make a straight shot as the crow flies, from where the long road, where you'd end your trip on the long road, potentially 10 days to get to where this is supposed to be, assuming that you don't encounter stuff or that you don't find the way insurpassable.
Easy then. To make things a little bit easier, where is it? I know I'm going to, some point along the way, use primal awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to help seek out a foe to kill.
Okay. And what does your primal awareness tell you of? I forget.
By spending 1 minute uninterrupted in concentration, you can sense whether any of your favorite enemies are present within 5 miles of you.
And your favorite enemies are
humanoids or dragons.
Okay.
But preferably humanoid.
Okay. Interesting choice.
Yeah, damn.
What?
Well, no. What I'm saying it's an interesting choice because it tells you of every humanoid. So that there's 3 within 5 feet of you.
5 miles.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, but there are
else as well.
Yeah. So basically, from where you're at, are you still on the road, or where did you? How far out did you want to cast it?
Maybe a day out.
Okay.
So we're definitely away from anyone that would be living in town.
Gotcha. Well, I think it tells you both. I don't think you have to choose, right? I think it just tells you both.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it'll tell you everything. So, yeah, you are out. You travel 5 miles outside of Longsaddle in case there is anybody there. You won't get a ping from them. And you get, you obviously, it tells you of your 3 companions, right? Because they're they're humanoids within 5 miles.
Well, at least I confirm they're not anything else.
That is true. You also know we're Steve here. It would not generate... Steve would show up as an elemental, technically. But that's besides the point. Steve is not here. So, let's see. Alright, let me flip to a different book a monster-based book, and I will tell you.
Ooh.
Because my random encounter tables are behind me. I don't feel like going to get them. I'm going to make up stuff.
I actually very much prefer the revised version. I can just say humanoid instead of having to pick two of a particular race.
Much better, right?
Yeah, very much.
Okay. What does this guy do? Nah, that's a beast. Ooh, that's really pretty looking. Nah. Okay, you get a ping of there are humanoids. You don't get to know what type, right? You just get to know that there are humanoids.
Reveals favored enemies are present, their number, and the creature's general direction and distance.
All right. So, while this is happening, you son of a bitch.
Can it be a humanoid version of what I donated for?
As in the typical one that everyone would think about? Like
But the strongest one possible. For that thing.
For that thing?
Yes, for that donation.
Okay. Which there's a CR limit? What's the CR limit?
5.
5? Okay, we can work with that. 1 sec. Well, all of this is happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
It just involves me doing a few things here.
I was trying to make them be one thing for you. Both a humanoid and the thing that Hypertroller is asking for.
I'm on board for all of those things. So let me just let me just flip to a page, and I will tell you. I have a lot of pages here to flip through. So let's make it a little bit better. So you get the feeling, obviously, that there's a humanoid somewhat nearby, as if magically planted there from somewhere else.
I will be waiting in a tree somewhere in the woods off from everybody, waiting for something to kill.
Okay. Well, they still keep moving away from you.
I thought this was like when we stopped for like a rest.
Oh no, he can do this while you're still moving.
Okay.
Whatever. I'm gonna do this one because fuck it, it's my game. I'll do what I want. So, you guys are traveling down the road. You get the ping of a humanoid approaching Morthos, and I'll say that you can tell that it's because you can tell how far away it is, and it's like increasing. So it's moving towards you, right? You can tell that.
Okay.
You can also get the ping of several different dragons that are like 2 miles away, off in the distance, towards the direction you're heading. So that's something.
Pip, we got some dragons. Do you want to take a dragon down? Or is that going to be too much for you?
See, soloing dragons isn't something anybody should recommend.
And as you are talking about this, you're like, splits the air. It's nighttime. Also, when this happens, let's say.
Did people give me my goggles back?
Oh yeah, I'll do. You guys give him his goggles back.
Oh yeah, here. I'll give them back to you.
Thanks. A day late.
So what kind of noise did we hear off of the distance?
I will tell you in a second. Donny, do you give him back his goggles as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, isn't it nighttime right now, though?
It is nighttime.
How about, will you take and trade these other glasses I got, and I hand them the rose-colored one?
Do you take those, Morthos, in exchange for what's it called?
What are we
Goggles of night.
Goggles of night.
Swapping goggles.
Yeah, for right now, just so I can see at night.
Okay, for now, yeah, that's fine. But looking
That feels
at these
good
ones,
to give you something in trade, for you helping me out.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. You do. So now you have rose-tinted glasses. If you choose to don them, everybody else looks prettier, better looking than they did before.
I'm still invisible.
Are
I
you
was
still?
taking it off.
You look at me and I have even more shields.
They just glimmer
And they
in the
glimmer.
moonlight.
All right. So, also hello, Speedy. I saw you popped in there. Hello, good sir.
Hey,
Yes.
Speedy.
Got a whole bunch of people coming to hang out. It's good times. I also have to update the chat donation bar. We're up to 1035 out of our goal of 2222.
Yes.
So you
Sorry.
hear a howl pierce the night. Everybody. And it sounds as
does
the
that
howl is
sound like
continuing. It's moving closer to you.
I'm picking up humanoid from the similar direction.
Probably a werewolf. What do you think?
I was thinking similar. Yeah.
You want me to handle this one? I got it. If I think I would probably need 3 silver arrows, maybe.
If you need them.
Okay, I can pay for them if you'd like, because I know silver works well on werewolves.
Indeed. That's what I heard too. I'm not sure this will work, but I'll take out 3 arrows and just put them in the ground so they just stick up so we can grab them.
Okay.
And hopefully they don't disappear before he needs them.
We'll say that at this moment, as you stick them in the ground, is when the wolf bursts through the forest, and you see it is indeed a werewolf, a humanoid hybrid wolf that is seemingly bulkier, a little bit more muscly than what you would perceive to be a normal werewolf if you knew what they looked like. We'll say.
Okay, well, I will quickly grab the arrows and lock one and try to shoot him.
Okay, so I'm going to say roll for initiative, first of all.
I hide in a bush.
Okay, is everybody, are you guys going to help, or are we just going to do what we've been doing with
He
everybody?
said he wants to do it himself, so
Okay.
I'll step
I
in
think
if
I
he
got
looks
it,
like
but
shit.
there's always
But
the chance I'm going to become a lycanthrope. It's going to be
Yes.
fun.
Okay, so we're going to add you in here with your 6.
Is it allowed to cast beneficial magic on him?
It says specifically with no assistance, so...
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I wasn't sure how it was worded.
Yeah. It's basically he's got to
Wait,
do
I
it.
got a 1 on initiative?
Yes.
Oh,
You can re-roll it. You do have 2 re-rolls of a natural 1.
hell yeah. I'm going to do that.
Okay, go for it. Much better. So the lycanthrope is going to get something if that rolls. Maybe. 14.
Damn.
So it's going to go first. It's going to run up at you. Because you're going to say you're out in the open here, right? And
well, you said it just burst into the area, so I wouldn't have time to grab them and duck into the woods.
No, I'll say you can get them. You have them in hand, 3 hours in hand, and it's going to come up at you. And it is going to... What can it do? Okay, it has multi-attack, 1 bite, and 2 claws. Alright, so it's going to start off with a claw against you. So here we go. Claw first attack is... 22?
22?
You heard me.
Yes.
That will hit, I assume. As we said,
That is a lot to hit.
That is a lot to hit. You are going to take 14 points of damage.
14? No, I'm just kidding.
And then the second attack is a 23 for 17 points. And then comes the bite.
I think I'm going to reduce that.
The first one?
Okay, the bite misses. Yeah.
What's your AC?
18.
Okay, so it does miss, yeah.
I'm gonna study the werewolf thing during the fight.
7 plus 12. How much is that? 7 plus 12 is 19.
Yes. Sorry, I got a million messages.
I think I should be at 65, right? 84 minus 19, 65.
I can't do math at this point. That's why I use Roll20 rather than physical dice. So
You could do. If you
I'm doing reverse.
Okay. So, again, also wanted to shout out to everybody. I'll put up a link here if anybody cares about, if anybody wants to donate to the Extra Life. There's the lists right there. You can all add crits for people, natural ones for people, wishes, decks of many things. Those have been interesting. We've had 3 decks of many things enter the game so far. And then some people have gotten their souls trapped, and then also just gotten trapped in the astral plane due to misuses of portals. Because now you're playing with portals, and you know what? That's what happens. So, you take your damage. It is now your turn. He's done.
Are you trying to math with chat, by the way?
I think
the answer is 65.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just double checking.
I thought
but
you
it didn't
should.
work.
I think there is a way. I think to do subtraction in Roll20 chat, but that's
Might be.
fine.
I don't know.
It probably is, but okay. Well, I'm
Nope.
a
T's to
10.
Excel.
That's backwards.
Yeah, I was trying to see if it would, if I could get, what's it called? Excel math to work.
Well, he's right on top of me, so I don't really have time to shoot my arrows, I guess. Unless I could take one and just stab him with it.
You could. It would only do a D4 though, because it is technically an improvised weapon. Or you could back up, take an opportunity attack, and then fire.
You can disengage.
Yeah, you could disengage, but you know what? You can disengage. You're a rogue. You could disengage as a bonus action and then shoot.
Yes.
Okay, we have so many rangers. I'm losing track of who's a rogue and who's a ranger. So.
I'm trying to think. Could I put the 1 dose of the purple worm poison on one of the silver arrows?
You could, but that would be your action to do that.
I'm gonna take it and roll with it. I can get hit again and be fine.
Okay, so you put the purple worm poison on the arrow. That's your action.
There you go.
And then what you're gonna do with your bonus action? Anything or no? You can still disengage as your bonus.
Yeah, disengage and back away from him.
You have what, 35 feet of?
Wood elves have 35. I'm high elf. It's 30.
Mm-hmm. Well, high elf.
Drawing weapons. Yeah, drawing weapons is listed as part of movement, so I'm just gonna pull it out.
That's fine. So you take the action to apply the poison to the arrow tip. You move away 30 feet from the guy. Now it is, and that is your turn. Then it is his turn.
Yeah.
You don't provoke attacks of opportunity. He's going to move up to you. On his turn, he can move 30 feet, so he's going to move up to you. And then he's going to attack you again. Because why not, right? Well, so he's going to roll a natural 1.
Nice.
Yo, what's good?
I mean, I do
figured out math, by the way.
How does it work? Oh, is it with the...
Bracket.
You see the 65 was the actual output, but you put 2 of the brackets around the equation without the quotes. Quotes was me trying to break it, but...
Gotcha.
I had to put spaces in between the 2 brackets to finally break it.
So he rolls a natural 1, but I remember that I have a reroll of a natural 1, so I'm going to use that.
Oh yeah,
light game, and I roll another natural 1.
Yes.
2 brackets.
So 2.
Yeah, I was just double checking.
All right, so he's going to actually. On his natural 1 thing is he deals half damage on his next attack. So he's going to claw you again. With a 15.
Nope.
Alright, and then he's gonna bite you, and he's gonna miss. So it is your
I
turn.
have a question.
Yes.
I have a question. Is yelling encouraging words consider helping?
It depends on how encouraging.
Just like, you got it.
Okay, that's
Got
okay.
this.
As long as it's not like... I know you don't have bardic inspiration, but I would
Right.
argue that that's
No,
helpful.
I was gonna be like, if you were a bard, then yes, it'd be interfere. I will disengage.
Yep.
I guess run 30 feet and then shoot him.
Okay. Go for it. Take your shot. Preferably don't miss, because the poison's only on this arrow. Okay, so that hits. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, did it not? God damn it.
I'm just going to click... There you go. So 10 points of damage on this.
Hey, that was like a little 5+5, right? And then DC 19 con, or is it 12 versus 12d6? Plus
Yes.
the silver.
The silver doesn't add anything to it. It just makes it so that he's not immune to the damage. So he's going to make a DC 19 con, which he fails. So go ahead and roll me 12d6.
Great.
Are you rolling on top of your microphone again? Because it's going, like, crazy. That's just all like...
Oh, that was so many ones.
There are 5 ones in there? Oof.
Jesus Christ.
31.
How do you
Alright.
spell Kumar?
Yeah, right. Alright, you've done that, even though it was not a lot, it did a fair amount of damage to him. Cool. So he's going to, then take his turn and run up to you. And he's going to start with... What?
I said, of course he is.
Yes, so he's going to start with the bite this time, because it didn't work. Claw, bite didn't work. We're going to start with the bite instead. We'll see how that goes.
I don't want to get this.
Bow, 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 bow.
Come on.
Oh, there it is. Let's pull a card here. Piercing damage. Interesting. Alright, so bite is piercing damage, so you are going to take... let's see. Roll me a d8 when you get a chance. Or now would be also preferable, rather than when you get a chance.
Oh, great. Great. I'm fucked, aren't I?
Well, we'll see. So you are going to take 18 points of piercing damage as it sinks its teeth into you.
So, question. With the previous nat 1, because he hadn't hit me on his next attack?
Correct. That would actually be at half, so it's only 9 points of damage. Correct. Good call for catching me on that. But because he takes a chunk out of you, the bloodlust starts to make you feel faint. So you have disadvantage on strength, dex, and con saves, or con-based rolls, period, for 8 rounds, because you rolled a d8. And now I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw versus lycanthropy. That's disadvantage.
Just a con saving throw.
Correct.
Great. I'm gonna die.
No, you're not gonna die.
I don't have to set it to disadvantage. So.
Wow.
Nice.
Holy shit. So you...
Raise RNG?
Yeah, I guess you are not... you're not turning into a werewolf, so that's something. It is... I'm blown away. It is your turn. He doesn't even take the other 2 attacks because I forgot about them and I said it was your turn. And the fact that you rolled double 22s on a con save as a rogue just blew my mind. So... yeah, basically.
I'm right there with you. So would my action have only applied it to one arrow, or would it be to the other arrow?
It was only
arrow?
only one use of it, so you applied it to the one arrow, unfortunately.
Okay, I thought like when you get like a vial of poison that it's 10 uses on an ammunition or something.
I'll check for it. Let me see here. You know what? This could be.
I'm pretty sure that was a thing, cause
I'll look. It could be because this could be potentially a life-saving event. So otherwise, I would just say screw you and deal with it. But we'll see because this could potentially make a difference.
Like I have a fancy sword I can use. Like it's okay, but I was pretty sure that was a thing.
Let's just see. Poisons come in the following 4 types. The poisons table gives suggested price for single doses of various poisons. So, no, it is a single dose. So.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I guess I'll just take the other arrow, knocked it, disengage,
Go ahead and make your shot. Okay, there we go. So, go ahead and roll your damage.
Jesus Christ.
13 points.
Max damage.
You sit there and wish, like, man, I really wish I had sneak attack on these rolls.
I know, but like he just like bursted into the field. I wanted to.
Yeah, unfortunately for you.
Can I just go stand next to the werewolf and not fight it? Is that still considered helping?
No, I would argue that it's technically not.
Okay, I'll go just stand real close and like stare up at it.
I thought that would be like flanking and causing distraction, though, wouldn't it?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing there.
Benzyme has convinced me otherwise. No, it does not.
Yeah. Wow, what an asshole.
Yeah.
That's the worst, Benzyme. Why do I like you?
Fucking tiefling.
All right, so no, so that is your. Did you want to disengage or do anything else there, Hypertroller, or are you good?
I thought I already disengaged.
Oh, you did. All right, so he's gonna move up to you. He does not look great. The poison seemed to do a pretty big. Oh, you know what? Let me just check that there was no secondary side effect to the poison. I think it was just the damage. But
I'm pretty sure. Purple worm poison is literally just a fuck ton of damage.
You are correct. Yeah, I just wanted to check. Yeah. Disadvantage on, attacks is huge. All right.
I think I might have that. Do I have that?
You do have disadvantage.
13 con save, or if it fails by 5 or more, it's unconscious while poisoned this way.
You do have that.
You have that.
He's going to hit you with one of his claws, which is going to deal an amount of damage to you.
8 misses, 9 misses.
Well, it's +9 though, so.
Okay, well, then the 9.
The 9 hits as well. Okay, so you're gonna take 20 points from the first claw, and 14 points from the second claw. You can't uncanny dodge, I'm assuming.
I will uncanny dodge. Yeah, I can uncanny dodge.
So the first one gets cut, so a total of 24 damage.
Okay.
It is your turn. You have one silver arrow remaining.
This thing hits pretty damn hard.
If you need us, let us know. Hide back behind the bush.
No, I'm good. I'm hurting about as much as him, but I'm good.
All right.
I am standing by just in case, like, he actually is about to die. I'm gonna save him.
Fair. So you have 1 silver arrow remaining.
I will do the same.
Alright, what you've been doing, go ahead and make your attack.
Back.
Let's see what you get.
Hopefully I can down him.
Hopefully. 21 will hit. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Yeah, it turns out he had 10 HP left, so that is exactly enough. As you take out this guy with the last silver arrow, because any other arrows you would have shot would have done 0 damage. So, because he's immune to non-silvered arrows. And you managed to take down this werewolf that was upgraded to CR5, so that he could be what the donation required. And yeah, you bring him down. As such, you will level up.
You're welcome, by the way.
That one was a toughie. But
Nah, you're good.
Alright,
Yeah.
so, and you did not contract
Yeah, yeah.
lycanthropy. So,
I know, like what the fuck? Double 19s on a con save
I know.
for lycanthropy. What did I have to get?
it was only like a 15, so you were fine. But, yeah, so.
I come out from the book.
I only have +3 con, and it was a disadvantage. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. So, you guys can continue onward. Ooh, I'm getting crazy feedback of my own voice.
Who's hotboxing?
So.
Isn't that what you guys call it?
Mm-hmm.
What I call it.
That's the
I'm
first
gonna
time
take off.
I've heard that.
I'm gonna cut off its head just to make sure it's dead.
Alright, well, after you down it, it turns back into a human, and you cut off its head. So you just decapitate a body, like a naked human. So you do that. You guys watch him cut the head off a naked human female.
Oh, it was a girl too. That's
Yep.
just rude.
God, you're the worst.
Great
Just killing
thing.
women.
God,
What's next, a kid? I'm just kidding.
just make it work. Why don't you?
So,
Hey! I made a happy marriage today. I am perfectly fine with whatever I've done.
I walk up to the body and I check the pockets. Are there pockets?
It's naked.
You said it was naked.
Oh,
You touched
I've
nature's pocket.
I
It is
Sorry.
a female, so she does have 2 pockets.
Yeah.
God.
There's
Anyway, you don't find anything in either of nature's pockets. You're fine.
Except a good time.
Anyway, we're continuing on to Shortsaddle.
Let's go.
Woo!
Moving on.
Oh. Alright. So, anyway.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, whew. It's been... Like, we were pretty much on point until this stream. Like, this session just really just kind of tanked.
Welcome.
Well,
Derailing campaigns is what I do.
Yeah. Well,
you and
listen...
Benzyme, you guys.
Hey, I'm
Talk to
right
Laura.
there with you. Like, the first session, I somehow made nothing happen.
Yep.
Just have a conversation with Laura about her Monday campaign. Pretty sure I ruined at least 3 plot points. At least 3 that I know of.
Alright.
It's fine.
Just fine.
So, you guys continue onward. You are aware that there were dragons, multiple, plural, not too about sort of on the way, the path when you get off the beaten path that you're heading. near that way.
You're cutting out a lot.
Say that again?
We were cutting out a lot.
Oh. Yeah, there are dragons on the way towards where you guys are heading. You're aware of that.
I mean, I'm just gonna keep going. Just keep going towards the goal.
Okay, so you were not stopping to take on the dragons. Was the plan correct?
I don't
Your
know.
scream-
Discuss this in depth with me.
Is your stream marked as mature?
It should be,
Okay.
but
Sure.
it's not. But I don't care. I'll deal with it. I should probably change it, but
If you're a kid and you're watching this, go to bed.
also true.
Or donate and then go to bed.
Yeah. Get your parents' credit card, donate, and go to bed.
Pull an iNexus Ninja and then pray for your life.
Yeah, it's this is. I could mark it as mature, but I haven't marked any of them ever. So I
could tone it down a little.
I mean, it's.
I can't.
With T-9
It is
to
2 a.m. I cannot tone this shit down.
Also, is it really 2 a.m?
Yes, the time changed.
It did change.
Because it's already been 2 a.m.
Has it? I really have no concept. I don't remember. Okay, great. I felt like there was another 2 hours, and I was like, "What happened?" Like,
There is another 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it already hit 2 and then went back.
did it? I don't know.
Well,
It
for
does that
me,
4
there's
minutes
one
ago.
more hour.
Okay.
Because I haven't changed times. So I'm only adding an hour.
Okay.
Ah.
I'm so
I
confused
will
right
double
now.
check. I'll double check what it says.
I'm gonna take it that it already happened because I'm so
Okay, yeah,
confused
no.
that we're just gonna keep going.
It's 105. It happened. It's
Okay.
105, It happened.
All right. Everybody's confirmed it happened. Let's keep going. Okay.
Awesome.
You all right, Dad?
I'm fine, Katie. Everything's fine.
Don't mention there's still another 9 hours.
I mean, I'm watching the countdown clock. I can see it. I see the countdown.
Ted has that needs coffee.
No, listen, I'm really not that tired. It's just like changes in the time zone like that, I just fucked my head. Like, I just don't, I'm like, I don't, what? Because I thought I remember it being this time before.
Yeah,
and I
it
had
was.
like a weird deja
That's because it
vu
was.
out of my own brain.
That's because it was.
But it actually happened. So I technically experienced all of this before. Sort of.
Well, pro tip for myself next year: don't drink a bottle of wine during the 24-hour stream.
Why?
True.
I'm real fucking sleepy, and also I pulled us into the astral plane on accident because I was only half paying attention.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, are we fighting a dragon, or are we gonna keep heading?
We can rest
Stupid.
and fight a dragon if you like.
That is probably one of the most sound suggestions, rather than just going
Why?
trundling,
I feel fine.
trundling straight. Yeah, I guess the rest of the party is fine.
The
But
only
yeah, we-
damage I took was when this whole thing started.
Yeah.
can,
When somebody blew something up.
A Baylor blew stuff up. That is all I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I took no damage from that, so it was not my fault.
I mean, it still was kind of your fault, but that's besides the point. What are we doing?
I guess we could take a nappy nap for Pip.
Or I
Okay.
could just heal him.
Amongst the 7 days of getting there, I think he's going to be fine.
Yes,
Oh, that's-
it's gonna
yeah.
take a few days to get to the dragons.
Oh, okay.
Just
then.
in case, I'm gonna heal him
Okay.
now.
Yo.
All right.
Dang.
Wow.
That heals though.
Minimum healing on that first one.
Yikes.
Oh, that was bad. Hang on a sec.
Okay. You guys continue on. You sleep for the night. You take shifts, whatever. It doesn't matter. You make it through the night. Everybody's well rested, etc. So. Next.
I want to be real well rested in real life.
Shut
I feel
up.
great.
You have no say. I have 9 more hours to
I'm
go.
good.
You be quiet.
All right.
So, you guys continue. You've made it to the end, the termination, basically, of the long road where you're going to set off the beaten path to head through the woods. However, there you find a roadside stand.
The roadside inn?
A roadside stand selling something.
What are they selling?
Is it selling gourds?
No, it's selling potatoes.
I love potatoes.
Vodka! We can make vodka.
I just want French fries.
The
What
guy
are
looks
French
at you and he goes, "What are French fries? What are French and what are fries?"
I don't know, but I have an idea.
He goes, "Oh yeah, I mean, it probably sounds pretty good, but we're gonna stereotype things tonight because it's, you know, it's
But
already."
wouldn't you like a potato? So you're going with it, right?
No, I wasn't getting there. I wasn't going that far, but yeah, basically.
too bad.
So, yes, this gentleman here will offer. He has potatoes.
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 You know, boil them, mash them,
fries.
stick them in a stew. Taters.
I'll take 3 pounds of potatoes.
That's
He's-
classic.
He seems shocked that you want. The invisible woman is asking for 3 pounds of potatoes.
You're still
He
in
is still invisible.
I've never taken it off.
Oh.
And he's like, you see him like start to like reach towards your face because there is nothing there, and he's like unsure of if there's like.
No,
I let
I
him touch
recommend
my
not.
face.
It's haunted armor.
I had so many inputs, one at a time.
She bites.
Oh, she
Tell
bites.
them
No. I'll let you guys know what I
I
do.
recommend not
do.
doing that. It's haunted armor.
And he's like,
I'm not. No, I'm just invisible.
and he's like, it's hard for him to tell. Like, he can't really get a read on you because there's no face. But you ask for 3 pounds of potatoes, which I'm just gonna say costs a gold. Probably doesn't, but I'm gonna say it does because you guys don't care at this point, right?
I'm gonna give him 98 gold. And
You want 98 pounds of potatoes?
no, I just want to give him 98 gold.
All right, he
She wants to even out that gold.
yeah.
He dies of stuff.
Yeah, he's just like you all ask for 3 pounds of potatoes. He like starts putting them in burlap sacks, right? And then from seemingly nowhere on your belt comes a hand that opens up with 98 gold pieces as you hand it out to him, and he like takes it, his hand shaking. He's like, "Oi, invisible lady, do you know how gold works?"
Yep.
He goes, "This is 97 too many. I could tell in an instant."
You're the worst businessman I've ever met in my whole life.
Pass
goes-
the rest of them over then.
He goes, "Oh yeah, wow, you're awful judgy, invisible lady. I was just trying to see. I said it's 1 gold. You gave me 98.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was a tip. I couldn't tell by the condescending, snarky voice she was giving me. Fine, and he'll put the 96 gold, and
I
I'll
take
give.
off my ring for just a second to give him this look,
And he's like, "Oh shit!" Oh,
and then I put it back.
and he's like shocked for a moment, and he's like, "All right, fine." He gives you the 3 pound, the 3 bags of potatoes.
Yay!
You have that, and he's rich.
Yep.
He retires. Leaves his potato skin.
I'm getting to the end of my shift here. I'm feeling generous.
I'm noticing.
I want. Okay, I'm done here. Does anyone else need some potatoes?
No, I'll just steal some of
I
yours.
can
it's
cook
fine.
them.
Let's cook them and have a great meal tonight, and then go into a food coma from carb overload. My perfect night.
For those of you in the chat, she was not naked. The ring just makes you naked, or makes your body invisible. But the stuff you're wearing.
What the fuck ring are you talking about?
I'm sorry. I have like a million people commenting like, "Oh, she's naked and invisible, naked." No, the ring just makes your physical body invisible, not what you're wearing. So it just looks like haunted armor and stuff walking. She's still wearing the armor, which when she takes the ring off, she appears in the armor. So basically, were you like a monk or a barbarian or something, and you wore this and you didn't wear armor or any clothes at all, you'd be completely invisible.
I do like the ring of dire nudity, though.
That is the best comment. Can you make
Like
a nudity ring for that?
It's like nudity, but dire.
Could you imagine if you did that and then you did that weird 3.5 thing where you like could regain health from sex, and then it was just really
You mean a
useful.
sucky bit?
There is no. There is the all too popular, but never officially released because the creator of it, F.M. Kestrel, or Gwen, I think it was either Duncan Scott or Gwen Kestrel. I think it was Duncan Scott. Wanted to release this lovely book here. Let's go back into the frame. The Book of Erotic Fantasy. Wanted to make it an actual published official supplement for 3.5, and Wizards of the Coast was like, fuck no! Just no, that's not gonna fly. So he made it himself using the OGL so that it was releasable, but not an official supplement for Wizards of the Coast 3.5. You can still use it.
So good.
And it has, I didn't... See, I flipped to a page and I would show you, but it is legitimate, just like... There are just dicks and tits everywhere in this book. Like, full-on actual pictures of all of that. But there are feats like sexual training, sexually private society, there are fetishes, there are diseases, there are classes as well.
As any good sex book should be, there should be classes.
Yes, there are, I'm trying to see if there's, like, one ridiculously over the top, like, one. Let's see. There's page 39 really, is rules, vile... for sex, which I think is pretty funny. Here we go.
Wasn't there, like, some bad 4chan thing that was, like, roll for anal circumference or something?
Not that I know of, but maybe. We've got, base classes and then prestige classes. Pierced Mystic, Sacred Prostitute, great classes like that.
Big question. Next 24-hour stream, can I be prostitute for my class?
Oh my god. That's a whole year away. So maybe.
You gotta prepare, man.
Oh my god.
Is there a monk class that's in
that hang on. Alright.
You gotta look. You gotta do it.
Can we just do that campaign instead next year?
The question was, what is on page 69? Which I can't not ignore that. We'll have to look at that. So, page 69.
Good job, chat, asking the important questions.
Believe it or not, is the prestige class the Divine Celibate on page 69.
How fitting. Absolutely unfitting.
Has, great things like sex magic resistance and sex magic immunity.
Always a good thing to have.
It also gets a celibate mount, which is a unicorn. Because you're a virgin, you can ride the unicorn kind of a situation. Anyway.
It's the most phallic of horses.
I'm just telling you that back in 3.5, you couldn't ride a unicorn were you not a virgin.
A pure virgin.
Correct. That's why the healer class, aka what was dubbed back then the girlfriend class, which was just a class that was let you play somebody who had some healing magic and could do pretty things and ride a unicorn, but you had to be like celibate, virtuous, didn't instill any violence, and you could ride on a unicorn.
Who wants that for a girlfriend?
The guy who wants his girlfriend to play, like, the stereotypical guy from back in the day that plays D&D and wants his girlfriend to play, but doesn't want to teach her things and just wants...
You're missing the point.
I get what you're saying, but I get what, believe me, I got you. But, like, they developed that class for that, because it was like a worse cleric. It was a cleric that got a unicorn. That was the whole purpose of it. But, like, there were other ways to get unicorns. I don't know.
Okay.
I
Anyway.
played last night. I did a one-shot in...
Like, you could always go with...
Whoop. Hang on. What were you saying, Homer?
Said I did a one-shot last night called The Pleasure Den.
Oh. And?
So it's kind of fitting. One of the characters had sex with 3 women in the back room while the rest of the party was doing other stuff. And it turned out they were 3 succubi.
Ooh.
And he didn't have his armor on
Ooh.
because they were having sex, and then they all fought. But he lived through it, amazingly enough.
That is surprising.
But I ended up murdering half the team. One of them was Shalom.
All right, well.
An Ewok in chat was in there, and he was one of the survivors.
Well, there you
And
go.
Benzyme was there, and he survived.
Well. Anyway, we're way off of topic here.
What are we even doing?
Yeah, I know. That's what I find myself asking for the past 20-something hours. Not even 20, 16 hours, 17, whatever it is. Anyway, you guys rest for the night, right? So you have your potatoes now that you bought, your 3 pounds of overpriced or overpurchased potatoes. And you said, do you guys cook the potatoes, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. We're not monsters.
Great. You don't eat uncooked potatoes. You eat them. They are delicious.
Yes.
Morthos, you're also reminded about the time that you purchased something at the last roadside stand, and you still have all of your cranberries. Your not so good cranberries, your awful cranberries, and then you're probably pretty good cranberries, but you don't know.
Yeah.
Because you haven't. You only
I
had.
will ask if anybody would like some watermelon cake.
Yes, you do have, and you have a square watermelon, and you have. I forgot. You have awful tasting cranberry pate.
Yeah.
My mistake.
I'll take some watermelon.
I could make the food
And
taste
I'll
better.
start cutting it.
Oh, that's right.
He can.
You can do that.
He
with-
can make it taste divine.
Yes, as a delicacy with your Puck's magical meal cantrip that you discovered in the Harple Mansion.
Sorry, I'm laughing. What do you
Oh, that one? Oh, I was thinking we would use, that standard, like, thaumaturgy, make food taste amazing.
Oh, that's prestidigitation, and nobody here has
Yeah.
that.
Prestidigitation.
Yes.
One of the 2 altering thing spells.
Correct.
Cantrips.
But you has the new magic one you learned from the Harple Mansion, so that is an option to you. But either way, you guys have potatoes, and they're great. That's what I'm really trying to get at here.
Moving
I
on.
mean, we could just... Yeah, we can keep
talk
the
about
spell
these
scroll,
potatoes?
copy it, and sell it.
Yes. So.
I want to talk about these potatoes for a little while still.
Okay. So you take these are russet gold potatoes. You take the time
What?
to
That's 2 kinds.
Yes, they're combo potatoes. They're hybrid.
Wow.
But now you're like, maybe I should have paid him more for these.
I'll keep 1 potato so I can grow more potatoes.
Yep. There you go. Because this is too early, and I'm going to tell you that that's what the potatoes are. Russet gold combos. This guy clearly has put in some time on these grafting of 2 potato
Let's go
tubers.
back and talk to him more about his crop. Just kidding.
He left.
Fuck it, dude. If you,
I-
yeah, he quit. He quit when you like. As soon as you guys walk away, you see like the shutter go down and the sign that says "closed forever." But the 4 is a number 4, and it's just EVA, and he just left forever, and he is out.
All right.
Forever.
All right, well, let's keep going then, I guess.
All right.
You mean go to bed because we were camping for the night?
That's true. That is true.
Roll for sleepies.
You guys go to sleep. It's great. You wake up the next morning. You feel good. You feel like you could travel a long time today because you have all of those carbo loads you did from the night before.
At a fast pace.
Sure.
At a medium pace.
Let's see what you guys discovered today. Katie, roll me a d20. This campaign has gotten so far off track, I don't even care anymore. Cool. You find a beanstalk.
How tall is it?
Goes into the clouds.
Hey, party up.
Does it look like the cloud that I go to for keggers?
No. It looks similar, but different.
There might be a party up there.
I mean, I'm always down to go up.
I'm gonna start climbing.
Alright, you start climbing the beanstalk.
I don't bother, I fly.
I was gonna say, yeah. Make me an athletics check, though, Katie, for your climb.
Can I start chopping it down?
37.
Holy fuck.
Safe.
Do you wait
Safe.
how far up do you let her get before you start hacking away at this beanstalk?
No, I would tell them we shouldn't go up.
Oh, okay, but she starts climbing.
Oh, well,
I'm
why
yelling
not?
to her as she's climbing. This isn't safe!
Why
Al's
not?
gonna be there, ready to catch.
Okay, so basically Morthos is, like, playing, you know, like, catcher underneath, ready in case you're gonna drop off of this. But with your 37, you make it a decent way. You're about, let's say, 100 feet up this beanstalk. It still keeps going.
Are you coming or no?
She yells down from 100 feet up.
I'm screaming.
Oh, no.
That's not safe!
Can I, like, rig up some sort of safety climbing harness to get up?
Yes.
Like a rope
You
to
can
go
use
around.
the flying feet, though, to get a flying animal.
Oh, you could use a flying steed to get a flying animal.
Well, I can't because I've already made a steed, and I summon the same steed from now on.
Oh, the armadillo?
Yeah, it's in the spell that once you...
No. You can choose it each time it dies.
It doesn't matter at this point. He's already got it. You have your
Yeah.
armadillo.
Yeah.
Because you're the head of OSHA safety, aka it hasn't been developed yet.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming you have, like, the proper A-frame ladders. So you can make it probably 10 feet up from your pack of OSHA plot effectiveness, which is another trinket you have now that I'm gifting to you,
Great.
which has an overabundance of, like, you don't know what lamination is, but you have an overabundance of these laminated placards that have just ridiculously complicated symbology charts of what different things mean. You know?
Makes sense.
I don't know. I might even have some around that I can pull onto the stream as an example. But that show, like, this means corrosive, this means explosive, this means compressed gas, this whatever. Like, everything you'd see on the back of a tractor-trailer placard. All of those. Once you pull those out. Ridiculously thick safety manuals. Safety data sheets for every spell component you ever use. For every spell you have. A proper means of using them. Pull all those out of the bag, set them off to the side, and then you put aside your wet floor signs that you had from before, right? Take those out. A couple of you have carpal tunnel things for people that work with their hands so they don't get carpal tunnel, like ergonomic grips. You pull those out. Then you pull out 2 A-frame ladders to set up a scaffolding system to make your way up.
With just 2?
No, you pull out the first 2 and set up your scaffold.
Oh, and just keep going and going.
It takes you a while because you're literally setting up ladders as you go. She's already like 200 feet up, you're like 20 feet up with 4 ladders.
Perfect.
But you
Well,
are
know,
you do
one of
have
us is safe.
you do have a harness, and you do have 2 carabiner clips for tie off. So you always have 2 points of contact. So if you fall, you're always connected.
Right.
I'm gonna yell down to him. This is too much! You're so extra!
I don't know what that means.
You
Bruh.
don't.
I assume it means safe. You're extra safe.
I'm gonna wait
That
for
died.
him.
I'm here.
Donny is pissing me off, so I'm setting the giant owl to go just grab him.
All right. You see
Sending what?
his giant owl companion.
Oh.
I only have this OSHA safety manual in arm's reach, unfortunately.
Nice.
Gotta be safe, even when you're live streaming.
Yeah. Especially when...
Where's the high vis vest?
So,
What's that?
you...
On another point, you can get an OSHA certification that says you're competent. So you can actually tell people you're a competent human being.
Yes. We'll save that for later. You haven't developed the OSHA competency program, but after this shit, I think you might.
I think Scarlett is setting a bar.
Yes.
Teleport.
So you're setting up your scaffolding, slowly, safely making your way up, at which point a giant owl comes screeching down, which you've seen Morthos ride, and it attempts to grab you by the shoulders to pick you up.
Nope. That's not safe.
Have the owl make me an athletics check,
From the
please.
ledge? That's not safe.
Yes.
What am I doing?
Morthos, have the owl make an athletics check versus Donnie's contested athletics check for the grapple here.
Okay, I have to work what that is, which is in the other roll 20.
Can I have advantage since I'm technically tied to the beanstalk?
Sure.
Oh, well, thank God I asked for it for that 13.
Oh, man.
And I had a +8 in that, too.
What did you ask for, sorry?
Athletics check, please.
Athletics.
Just strength check if no bonus.
Yeah, if it doesn't have athletics, it's just a strength check.
Yeah. So it's just a straight +7 then.
Okay. So let's see it.
I believe in you. Hey.
So it grabs onto your shoulders, Donnie, and it lifts you off, but then it's stopped as your tie-off harnesses have you clipped to the scaffold. As it, like, jolts, and it's, like, flapping there, and you are suspended by the owl... Sorry, I hit the microphone again, because I talked with my hands too much, but that's okay. So you're suspended by the shoulders as this owl is flapping, but you're also tied off with your safety harness. So you're sort of, like, being lifted, but also attached.
Can I yell at it to let me go?
You absolutely can yell at it to let you go. You yell up at it, Morthos, you see this, the owl struggling, as he's, with very heavily foot-pound strength of these canvas harnesses with these clips that is clipped onto his back harness and clipped onto the scaffolding he's been slowly building upwards. Scarlett, you're like 300 feet up this beanstalk, man. He's like 30 feet.
How far up am I? I didn't crit, but I did do pretty well.
You're about 150 feet up. You're about halfway, because she started off with the crit, and she's pretty strong. So you're about half the speed that she's traveling up at. Morthos can fly, and Donnie is being held up in the air, but also tied off.
Do I see like a big leaf I can stand on?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna trick shot it and cut the rope with an arrow.
You can certainly try.
I will take many attempts because I have infinite arrows. If I fail.
Sure, you can definitely start.
I love DM speak.
Go ahead and roll damage. for your bow there. Just start with the damage for the first one there. There you go.
Yeah.
So 11. So it doesn't completely cut through the canvas strap, but it does fray it. These are designed in such a way that they can take a fair amount of laceration before they completely sever. But more importantly, Donny, you see this as an arrow from a leaf up above streaks down and starts to fray your harness clamp, or your tie-off strap.
Right.
What would you like to do? You currently, basically, for all intents and purposes, have two enemies. This owl and the elf rogue up on the leaf trying to free you from your safety of your harness.
I'd like to think I'm safely behind the point of view, but okay.
I mean, if you're able to shoot it, we'll say that you know.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair.
So, what would you like to do, Donny?
Can I just because obviously I'm still holding shields because that's how I roll, right?
Yes.
So I just want to smack the bird with the shields.
Just like an overhead, like
Yeah.
that? Sure. Go ahead and make me an attack roll. Yeah, 19 should hit that eagle, I would imagine, right?
Yes.
Go ahead and make an attack roll. Are you going to smite the eagle?
I don't know if that'll make it let go.
I can't promise what. Well, let's see. You do 9 damage basically to the foot of this owl. So I will have the owl make a strength check.
Okay. Strength is 1, so I think it was. Yeah, it's just the same.
Okay, so let's see what it is.
Do.
Yeah, your damage is enough to. It lets go with 1 foot, so it is holding you by the 1 foot, like the other. Basically, like recoils. Like if someone smacks your fingers really hard, like it recoils back. So it kind of like curls up that leg, and it's got you sort of by one. So now you're kind of like swaying as you're held by your harness and 1 owl foot.
I'm gonna smack the other leg.
All right, go ahead and make your second attack.
Can I sneak attack the canvas netting?
I would say you could, but you just went. So we're just jumped here. So yeah, 7 points to the other foot.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because. Yeah, I just wasn't sure because I hit it, then he hit the owl, so I was gonna see if I could.
Yeah, well,
technically I
let me.
get 2 hits.
Yeah, he gets his paladin, so he has 2 attacks. So.
That's right.
Morthos, can you have the owl make another strength check for me? It manages to power through, and still is holding you with its 1 foot as you hit it with both legs, or hit both legs with your shields.
Okay.
You are still suspended. Scarlett, you're about 400 feet, and you're starting to get into the clouds.
Oh, it pulled me loose from the...
No, Scarlett. She's been climbing this whole time while you guys are fucking around. Just making her way up.
Making my way downtown.
Yep, climbing fast.
I would say I'd be following.
You're following her? You just, told the owl, go do this. And then you just keep following her up. Alright. So, Pip, it's your turn, I guess.
I would like to sneak attack then I would like to continue climbing.
Okay, I will say, are you sneaking, you're attacking, are you attacking Donny or attacking the rope?
The rope.
You can't sneak attack the rope because it's not a creature, as it does not have a vital part you can target as you would with a sneak attack, but you can still do regular damage to it.
I have a question.
Absolutely. What's up?
How do you draw a bow while climbing a beanstalk?
Oh, he said he jumped off onto a leaf.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part.
Yes.
How is he doing?
Yes, that was a good question.
I didn't think about it the first time, and this time I was like, how is he shooting a bow?
You
Continue on.
you cut through again, and like it's basically like if this is the whole length of the rope, right from like here to here, it's like this now. So like it's starting to fray. It's like one more good hit is gonna split this this support tie off. And,
my work is done. I'm gonna leave it just partially frayed. It can tear on its
and
own.
then you just
And
keep
then I will-
climbing.
Yes, I would like to dash up the tree.
Okay. I'm not even gonna. You're this far up. I don't care enough to worry about falling. So you climb. That's fine. You're starting to climb. It is now the owl's turn. Morthos, what would you like to have the owl do?
Probably just yank. I've told it a command, so it's gonna do its best to do it.
Yep. Go ahead and yank on Donny there. Can make me
Yanked.
Fuck. Oh, shit. Donnie, you can attempt to make an athletics check if you can beat 27.
That's not gonna happen.
It could,
Yeah, well, I
right?
suppose if I roll a 19.
Oh man, so close.
Oh,
It pulls, and it using its whole action, it is able to tear through the frayed tie off. So it hasn't actually been able to really go anywhere yet because it was using all of its strength, and I'm going to say basically its whole turn to tear through this thick canvas hide. So you are now suspended in midair as it's got you in both claws.
Okay.
So you're still 5 feet above your scaffolding, but you are suspended by the claws as the owl has torn you free of your safety ropes here. It is your turn.
I have a question.
Sure.
Could I cast Misty Step?
Sure.
Teleport back down to the ground.
God damn it.
Yep, you absolutely could.
Then I do.
You misty stepped. You disappear the 30 feet. You're only 30 feet up. You're back down safely on the ground. The owl is 30 feet up, grasping nothing.
Ha!
Anything else as your action?
I flip at the bird.
Double birds to the bird. All right, Scarlett, you continue climbing.
Yeah.
I mean,
you go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you could have just, worked it out with me how to safely get up there instead of all running up there and then trying to force me to go up. So
I was honestly
How
just
you deal
gonna
with
wait for you. I didn't care, but I was like,
you're 400 feet up. How is that waiting?
I didn't say that I continued on. I was
bad.
just like, whatever, I don't care. I just want to be up this beanstalk.
So, well, let me ask this. So Pip has ditched shooting the thing and he's climbing. Morthos, do you still have?
Yeah.
Are we still in initiative? Basically, are you still going to send the owl after Donny?
Nah, it tried its best. It's coming back up.
Okay, Donny, you are safely on the ground. You
Yay.
can choose to do whatever you choose to do, whether you continue to build your scaffolding, break down your scaffolding, whatever you so choose.
I'll keep trying to build my way up there.
All right.
God
You-
damn it.
I will get up
Damn it,
there
Donnie.
just on my own terms.
Okay, so you're gonna continue scaffolding as they continue climbing. So,
What's that?
what was that?
Did you say Hypertroller?
I was saying you could just misty step your way up.
It'd only be 30 feet at a
think
time,
I'll-
and he's limited
yeah.
on spells. So, unfortunately, you guys make your way to the top, and you climb through this cloud cover, thick cloud cover, and up. I'm sorry, Katie. I know you wanted to do it, but you climb up to the top of this, and there is a cloud, basically a blanket cloud attached to this beanstalk, and on this beanstalk is a man. Seemingly
man?
normal human man.
Hello.
He has
Hello.
he's wearing blue denim pants, loafers. He has a sky blue button down shirt with the sleeves rolled up to the elbows. In front of him is an easel with a painting.
Shut up, this is not...
He has a large palette with several colors and a massive afro. And he is just painting the scenery with these oil paints.
Some random dude.
And he's like, and he's painting, and you see him dip, and then he takes his brush, and there's like a bucket beneath the easel, and he smacks the brush, and he just giggles to himself as he smacks the brush clean, and he dips it into some color, and he's painting away, and he just says, well, hello, friends. How are you? And he just like looks over at you, and he continues to paint.
Yeah, were you gonna fight Bob Ross, Katie? Jerk.
And you notice that you guys watch this as you're looking. He's dipped his paintbrush into a little bit of white with a little bit of blue that he's mixed together. And he's painting clouds on this cloudscape. And as he's painting them on the canvas, the clouds appear in the sky. What he's painting seems to become reality.
That's not...
That's cool.
That's... You're obviously the world's best artist.
And he says, well, friend, we're all artists in our own right. And he's like, we're just going to put a little more happy little clouds.
Correct.
And he's just painting more clouds. Yes, to Celeste's point, he is normal size with a giant-sized heart. He's like, what brings you up here, friends?
Ted, you missed the perfect opportunity to have the Grinch up here on a cloud, with heart grow 3 sizes,
Yep.
and then become Bob Ross.
Well, you never know how he got here. So. And you see that on his shoulder is a little raccoon. Little baby raccoon on his shoulder as he's painting. Like,
I'm curious. I'm gonna go over.
yeah, you
Stick my finger in his paint and just like make a circle and see if it comes to life.
You try to, which color do you stick your finger in?
It has to be red.
Okay, gotcha. So you stick your finger in some of the red paint, and the red that he uses escapes me at the moment. So most of the other colors I remember, but I don't remember what the red is. So you stick your finger in the red, and you paint a circle in the air, and he doesn't even faze him that you come over here and do this, and he's just like, well, friend, if you are interested in painting, I can obviously hook you up with some of your own painting supplies, because as I said there, and he sees you kind of draw in the air, and like the paint just sort of drips to the ground. He goes, don't worry, friend, there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. And he continues, and he dips the brush in the thing, and he smacks it around. He giggles to himself again, and he pulls out, now the real magic starts. He pulls out the putty knife and takes that, and he starts doing like clouds with the white paint, and it's just like, it doesn't seem like the majesty that he's able to do with this knife is possible. It's a knife on canvas. How does this even work? But it's great.
Scarlett turns around and climbs back down the beanstalk and into the woods.
Scarlett, wait, I know you wanted to see some giants. Maybe he can paint you one.
No.
Scarlett begins to climb down. Scarlett,
But she just didn't jump down.
I was gonna say, Scarlett, when you make it you're made it. We'll cut back to Pip and Morthos here on the top. But you guys climb down. You're climbing down, rather, Scarlett, and you make it down you're 75 feet from the ground, and Donny is there continuing to set up. He's made it 75 feet up as he's setting up more scaffolding, and you're just climbing past him.
I just
I just walk into the forest and I keep walking. And I never come back.
But the gourds.
Nope.
Nope.
You are walking through the forest, and
Die.
and you die. And you see. Oh, let me think. Shit. Names are escaping me in these wee hours of the morning, and I had the perfect thing for you. You find in front of you a really there is a man in front of you in finely dressed clothes, and he seems to be in traveling clothes. And hang on, I gotta look something up real quick to see if this is anywhere in my roll 20 or my Discord. So I'm gonna cut back to you in a second. We're back into way early into Discord from almost a year ago at this point. We're looking for something. But anyway, I'm going to cut back to Pip and Morthos on the top of the top of the cloud there with the kindly gentleman and his painting. What would you guys like? Anything you guys would like to do and or say while you're up there?
I would like to ask him where he got his paint.
Oh, and he says, "Well, friend, I started off with paints like any other artist, but these special fine paints, well, I crafted these myself because I find it helps to get the artist that much closer to their work when they make the paints themselves. You can make them just the colors you want, and well, you know what colors I make for me may not be the colors that are right for you, and that's okay." And he continues to paint. He's painting now sunbeams coming through the clouds. It's like a beautiful, beautiful, divine landscape.
Very well. Do you know of anything else up here in the clouds? Or is it just you painting?
He goes, "Well, I know what I know. And I know paints, and I know art, and I know that everything is going to be okay if you just give it time." And he keeps on painting.
Do you know anything that is not what it appears to be?
He goes, "I'm sure I know plenty about that, but I'm also sure that maybe I don't." And he keeps on going.
I'm gonna take like 20 gold and just set it down on a paint tin that has its lid on.
Okay. And he goes, "Well, thank you, friend."
As an artist tip, and I just start jumping from leaf to leaf down the beanstalk.
And he says, "Well, all right, friend. You have a great day." He just keeps painting, and you begin to hop your way down, as you say. And we'll cut back to Scarlett for a second, because I found what I was looking for. And you see a cart and a man that has all manner of antique goods in this cart. And he looks at you, and he says, "What are you doing here?"
Being invisible.
And he, because we're so close to the end, he doesn't seem okay with this invisible woman's voice coming at him in what looks like functional traveling armor. And this man, you see him begin to change, and orange fur begins to sprout all over his body, and with black stripes, he turns to what can only be described as a weretiger. And in another life, you feel like, man, this guy is could be the worst husband ever.
The worst husband ever.
And I was looking, and you feel like somehow you know that his name is John.
I run up to him.
Yep.
and I say, only marry people that you're actually suited for, and I crit him.
You crit him with your Vorpal longsword, and his head is instantly... Actually, describe to me how it happens. The exact, as gory or as simplistic as you'd like to be.
I just slowly take it out, and I shout what I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
And I run around him in circles really fast with my crazy athletics until it's just held on by like some sinew.
Yes.
And then I just angle my sword, I impale his head on it.
Uh-huh.
And then I keep walking.
And you walk off. And
with the head?
Yeah.
And while it doesn't feel as satisfying as it could have in another life, or as satisfying as you wish to have in this life, it still feels a little good. Because it's going to be followed by sleeping. Yeah, I was going to say. Sorry, Katie, that's the best I could do with 9 minutes left.
Thank you, friends. I really wanted to use that crit.
I know you did, and I'm sorry. I was waiting for Donny, Morthos, or Pip to piss you off enough where you're just like, I decapitate them.
I thought about it. I thought that'd be really funny, but I was like...
I really felt like I was gonna die by either Morthos or by her at some point.
Well, see, the benefit of all of that would be if she killed you, you're both not coming back. It's not like Morthos or Donny who has another session left, and then they're like, well, now we're no head, so gotta make a new character because we're here for another 3 hours.
I really did think it would be.
I would just play Man-Bat.
You would play the Man-Bat. That's true. We would bring him back.
But character alignment, you know.
Yeah, because right, Vorpal could decapitate things, right?
Yes, instant natural 20 is instant decapitation. So
I've been saving it, and then you know who was up on that fucking cloud? Bob fucking Ross. I'm not about to decapitate Bob Ross.
Should've.
Yes, Wayne Bruce the Man-Bat. He was developed last stream. He still exists. He's in Waterdeep at the current. Yes. So Morthos, you're up here. What were you doing on the clouds? Yes.
He's actually quite pissed.
Morthos is?
Yep. He just he feels like he just lost his first mate.
Follow the blood.
Actually, he's not going to go down yet.
Okay.
Pulls out the
Don't
dagger,
kill Bob Ross.
stabs
Oh,
him.
no.
Okay, you can go.
Stabs him, attempts to stab him and throw him off the cloud.
Okay, so you move in and you attempt to stab at Bob Ross. And as you're doing that, he doesn't even look, and while it doesn't technically matter, he erases the cloud under your feet so that the cloud disappears. But you can fly, so that's fine. And then with a little bit of a phthalo blue, he paints over where your dagger is, and your dagger gone from your hand, all in one quick stroke.
So you just thumb him in the stomach.
Boop. And he's like, now, friend, that's not nice. Do we have a misunderstanding? We can talk. I'm all about talking, good friend. What can I do you for?
Doing pretty good, Bob Ross.
Here's the thing for you. If I put my hand in front of his face, and then take off the ring, is his head gonna go somewhere else?
You don't know. Actually, the ring only works out to 120 feet, and she has.
She's walking along and I just pops out and then decapitates.
I push the other head down further and then put the other head on top of that.
That would be funny.
The ring. You get you don't feel the connection with the ring because it only works out to 120.
We're
feet.
not connected anymore.
She did this, by the way. You know that. She walked away from you.
Mm.
No, I walked away from Bob Ross.
But the thing is, she didn't say anything. She just turned around and left.
Why do I feel like I'm fighting a god?
I don't know. Why do you feel like that? But
This
again, there
magic
is
brush.
no like his countenance and his facade is exactly the same. Like doesn't change, doesn't seem angry, doesn't seem upset. Just seems like sympathetic. Of what can I do for you, friend? What problem ails you? Sit and tell me. I'm here to listen. And he just keeps painting.
I'm gonna continue my quest and killing him. I'm gonna try and push him off the edge.
You push as you might, you can't move him. He's like a rock.
Yay.
I'm just waiting for when he draws you and then just.
If he's done everything I've done so far is so easily thwarted, I don't think I could do anything else to him.
He just, and again, he'll continue just talk, and like as you're like like pushing into him, trying to shove him, he's like, "Now, friend, we can talk about this. It's all right." And he just is like, "What?" He says, "What? You seem like you have some problems. What can we talk about? Come on, tell me what ails you."
Fall backwards off the clouds and nosedive.
He goes, "Well, that doesn't seem to be what ails you. That seems to be what you'd like me to do, and that doesn't seem nice."
And I'm gone.
And he's like, "Goodbye, friend. I hope you find what you're looking for." And he continues to paint. And as you descend down, you see that all of the cloud cover clears out in front of you, and you have a nice, easy flight down to the ground.
Great, he's even nice to me by doing that.
Yes, and
I
as
hate
you
him
touch,
even more.
as you touch down, you watch in front of you, Donny, as you see Morthos fly by, and Pip
Am I,
jumps
like,
down
90
past you.
feet now?
You're like 90 feet, and you watch as the beanstalk slowly, like basically as if being scratched out of a painting, erases from the bottom up, and then disappears.
Now I have to undo all of my scaffolding.
Correct, you do.
So 3 hours later.
All right, so with that, we're going to bring this session to an end. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to Hypertroller, aka Pip, and Katie, Lazy Mermaid, aka Scarlett, for coming out and helping us through this session. We are going. Homer / Donny and Benzyme / Morthos are here for the next session. We're going to be joined shortly. I think it was Chelsea pop in for half a sec. So we're going to have Chelsea and Celeste join us here in just a second to take over the new 2 spots, which is going to be great. So I appreciate that you guys were here. And I'm sorry you didn't get what you wanted out of everything, but sometimes the astral plane happens.
That was
Life goal, kill
100%.
Bob Ross.
He needs to ascend into godhood and then just murder him.
Maybe one day.
Oh my gosh.
So cool thing about the whole time switch thing. My phone is showing me both times 2:01 a.m. and 3:01 a.m.
Oh, and a chainsaw appears. We're going to say everybody's ready, so we're saying it's 3:01 regardless of what happens, and we're agreeing with that. So,
It's 3:01.
yeah, we made that call before. So, thank you.
Yeah. 3:01 Eastern. No, I was just saying because I'm Central Time, like it's showing me both times.
Gotcha. So thank you guys for coming out. We will catch you guys later. I'll have you guys jump out of the Discord and the appear in, so we can have everybody else jump in.
Awesome.
Bye.
Boy.
Don't forget, follow twitch.tv/nerdimmersion.
Yes, thank you, sir.